And hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. How are you and you and you and you, everybody watching all around the world? I see all of you. Some of you are dressed up. You're dressed to the nines for our show. Some of you are sort of casual. And I see some of you are still in your pajamas. That kind of day, huh? Well, we're going to perk things up for you here with our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series. This is our 22nd week and right around 150 episodes or so. We're losing count. We're doing them every single day live for you here. And sometimes we've done two shows in a day. Sometimes we've done them at different times of the day based on maybe where the guest is located. Like tomorrow, our guest is going to be with us exclusively on our YouTube channel, and we invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It has all 22 weeks of episodes of the Jim Masters Show Live. So on YouTube tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, which will be 7 p.m. in Central European time, where our guest is going to be live from Sweden. We have multi-instrumentalist, musician, singer, songwriter John Magnusson is going to be here on Sunday. So again, Sunday we're going to do an earlier episode at 1 p.m. Eastern here on the East Coast, 10 a.m. Pacific. And it'll be, I think it's like 6 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, the UK. And then folks in the Central European time, which is Sweden and all in through there, Germany, Switzerland, it's going to be 7 p.m. for the folks watching there. How are you today? Having a good weekend? It is the weekend. It is here in the United States. It's Columbus Day weekend. So a lot of people have the Monday off. If they're, still doing things, post offices, banks closed. So, but we're working straight through the weekend with a show live today, tomorrow, Monday, and throughout. Hope you're having a good time. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm your host, Jim Masters. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series we did create 22 weeks ago. And it's sort of born out of my professional work as a TV and radio personality, presenter, host, stage MC, voiceover artist, actor, journalist, writer, producer. And we turned the lights on, built the home studio, and we created this place of light, love, and levity. And we came up with the word levity when I tripped on my tongue, and I was trying to combine love and levity, and I just happened to say levity, and all of you fell in love with the word. So that's the word we use to identify the show. It's all about levity. You guys that are viewing from all around the world, we have viewers literally from everywhere: South Africa, the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand, literally wherever you think. We're still waiting for viewers in the Arctic Circle and Antarctica. So if there's anybody who has a relative in the Arctic Circle or Antarctica, let them know we're on. Because we have viewers literally that are all around the world. And I think that's pretty cool. And that's quite special. Now, as always, we toast all of our viewers. So we toast you and you and you and you and you this Saturday Night Live on our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, where every episode is something different. We have a lot of fun in these shows and a lot of deep inspirational conversations as well. Let's welcome some of our viewers, and then we're going to kick things off. Everybody is here. Wow. Are you going to laugh the same way we did yesterday when we had singer and actress Alison England on the show? More than likely, because KLEA Blackhurst, my special guest, she's actually a dear friend as well. She is an actress, a singer, she's a comedienne, she's a mermanologist. We're going to define what that is, and so much more. She's just a phenomenal human being, and she's just brilliant. And everything she touches literally turns to gold because she puts her heart and soul in everything she does. And she's funny as all heck. So yes, I'm sure you will be laughing. Willie, who's watching in the Netherlands, in beautiful Amsterdam and Holland, you're still having a pain in your stomach from yesterday's episode, all that laughing. Well, hopefully we won't give you any pains in the stomach, but you take care of yourself, Willie, there in Amsterdam. Happy Saturday, Jim and lovely friends. We welcome actress, singer, comedian, KLEA Blackhurst to the show this evening. Lovely Hall. We'll sure have an entertaining conversation of fabulous music. You got it. We have great clips and so much more as we talk about her wonderful career, things that she's working on now. Christine, good to see you in North Carolina. Mary Bishop. Hi, everyone. Great to be here again from Florida, watching on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Jim Masters TV is the page. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, and Instagram, all at Jim Masters TV. But the series We house it at YouTube. Good to see you, Mary. Kathy, 26, Katie, 26, Goalie Girl, good to see you again. And you're watching on YouTube. Nice to see you. We toast all of you. Kathy Short, happy Saturday, Jim. All our lovely family from Cleveland, Ohio. That's cool, Kathy. Love to see you. Also from Ohio, Christopher Joseph. Hello, Jimbo, and all the lovelies. Tulips coming from Willie in Holland. Jennifer Barry, Allentown, Pennsylvania, watching. I'm up and I'm dancing. I know she loves that catchy theme music we have in the beginning of the show and at the end of the show. The Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra. But she always dances to it, and I tell her, don't trip over the cat or the hassock. Don't do a Dick Van Dyke move when you're dancing to our theme. Good to see you as well. Nice to see everybody here, and more new folks joining us as well from Canada. Merlin is here. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Crystal Nolan is here. Hi, Jim and everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Looking for an exciting show with amazing entertainment, great conversation, and levity. Well, that is a big bill to fill, but you know, on our show we do it. So your wish is our command, Crystal in Connecticut. And in South Africa, Juanita here once again. Hello, Jim and everyone. Good to see you on a Saturday night, Juanita. You're here every single day. We absolutely love it. As well is Carla from Brazil, from South America. Good to see you as well, Carla. Happy Saturday night. Greetings, Jim and gang. Love it. Jennifer says, hey, Jim. And Mary Ryan, good to see you as well. You're not in your pajamas, Christopher, huh? Prove it. How do we know that? All we see is a profile photo and a comment. We can't see you, although maybe we can. I'm not saying. Remember we had the illusionist and hypnotist on the show a couple of nights ago? He might have taught me a few things where I can see through the screen. Having a good time, absolutely. Claudia in Missouri. Hi, Jim, everyone here. Having a good Saturday? You are? That's fantastic. You'll have an even better one now with our show. Hi, Jim and everyone. Ann Wozniak is here. Good to see you, Ann. Thanks for tuning into the show today. A wonderful show we've got in. I almost said the name of a show I used to host on iHeartRadio, the Home Shopper Show. That was then. This is the Jim Masters Show live. Never forget your own name. Hi, Jim. Hi, all. Hope you're having a good weekend. Kathleen Walker in New York City, the Queen of Queens, New York. Good to see you, Kathleen. Hope you're doing well. Sharon DeMary in Connecticut says, happy Saturday evening, everyone. Good to see you as well. Nice, nice, nice. Couple more coming in, then we'll welcome our very special guest, Sammy Harris. Good to see you. Hey, buddy, and good to see you as well. You're out in California still, right? Because the last time we saw you, we were at a big gala event in New York, in Manhattan. So it's good to see you, Sammy. Welcome back. Bernadette is here as well. Hello, Jim, and hi, all the lovelies. Good to see you. From Barcelona, Spain, Isigari is here once again, joining us here on the show. Love it, love it, love it. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a beautiful day there in Spain. I know it's late in the night for you, but thank you very much for joining us as well. And Belgium, yes, let's see if there are folks from Belgium. Very nice photo of you there, Willie. Really nice. You're right next door in Netherlands. Good evening to Ralph in Indiana as well. Andrea Colby. Hi, it's Michael Colby watching with my wife, Andrea. Thank you very much. Good to have you guys here watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Hope you subscribe to that channel. Couple more. Marianne Lapinto is here. I'm here, of course, with the work I did. Well, we also hope you're here because you love the show. I'm here because of the work I did, too. Marilyn, Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Jim, and all our lovities. Good to see you as well in Wichita. Nice, nice, nice. And salute to you as well, Barcelona. So wonderful to have all of you here. Again, we toast all of you. And we're so excited to have our very, very special guest coming up on the show. You've probably seen her. I'm sure you have. We've certainly been talking about her as we've been leading up to this fabulous episode. A very special guest is actress, singer, comedienne, KLEA Blackhurst. Now, that's all we could fit in our font. Her credits and her titles are much more than just what we have in our font. But you get the idea. She's really very talented. KLEA Blackhurst, actress, singer, comedienne, known for her award-winning tribute to Ethel Merman Everything the Traffic Will Allow. Most recently, she appeared off Broadway with Haley Mills in the comedy Party Face at City Center Stage 2. She has starred in Hazel, that's right, Hazel, during its world premiere production at Drury Lane in Chicago as Dolly Levi in the highly acclaimed 50th anniversary production of Hello, Dolly at the beautiful Goodspeed Opera House, which of course is in Essex, Connecticut. And as Miss Lemon in The Nutty Professor, which premiered in Nashville, directed by legendary comedian Jerry Lewis, and also featuring a score by the extraordinary Marvin Hamlish and Rupert Holmes. KLEA also played Rose in Drury Lane, Chicago's production of Gypsy, garnishing rave reviews. Now, she's performed with symphony orchestras and in theatrical productions across the country and abroad, including the London Palladium presentation of Jerry Herman's Broadway with Angela Lansbury. Of course, you know the brilliant actress Angela Lansbury. For those TV buffs, of course, she starred in Murder, She Wrote on CBS, but so much more. Also performing with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, the tribute to Marvin Hamlish, who we lost, unfortunately. Brilliant composer and musician and so much more, pianist. The Atlanta Symphony Orchestra as well, 15 Mabel Mercer Foundation Cabaret Conventions, New York's Town Hall, Jazz at Lincoln Center, Carnegie Hall, New York's 92nd Street Y Lyrics and Lyricists, the Chicago Humanities Festival, and on and on. Real Addo Annie in the BBC Proms concert in Oklahoma, in London's Royal Albert Hall, in addition to regular appearances at New York's famed Birdland. KLEA's nightclub engagements include tributes to the Broadway career of Vernon Duke at the Cafe Carlyle. Of course, she's done that with subsequent sold-out engagements at Joe's Pub at the Public Theater, and Dreaming of a Song, the music of Hoagie Carmichael, a collaboration with Billy Stritch, the wonderful Billy Stritch, another dear friend who was a guest on our show recently as well. We had a wonderful time. On television, she's appeared in Ryan Murphy's Pose and The Nick on Showtime. Recently, also on Law and Order SVU. I was on one of those episodes for Law and Order a while back as well. She spent a week on Sesame Street with a musical guest as well on the Rosie O'Donnell Show. She spent 2 seasons as former prosecutor Shelby Cross on the IFC channel comedy series, as well the Onion News Network, which is hilarious. Our theater credits include much more than we could even list. In New York, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, Bingo by Jupiter, Radio Gals, Oil City Symphony, regionally Ragtime, Call Me Madam, Chicago, The Great American Trailer Park Musical, Red Hot and Blue, and Anything Goes. Her albums, too, as a singer, are on the Ghostlight Records label, available at ghostlightrecords.com and cdbaby.com. She's featured on Julie Stein in Hollywood and PS Classics, the original cast recordings of Bingo and Radio Gals. So many unsung Irving Berlin, the best of off-Broadway. KLEA is also a distinguished alumni of the University of Utah and created KLEA Blackhurst's Old School, which is a 4-week master class practical application of the American musical theater, and participants learn theater history, anatomy, acoustics, physiology, and the joy of standing up and singing out. Really cool. Again, very accomplished, wonderful person. We're so excited to welcome her to the Jim Masters Show Live. Now, I've already told her to expect a big barrage of levity coming her way from all the viewers, and they're going to induct her into Levity Hall as one of our lovities here on the show. She's all prepared and ready to go. KLEA, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you. I'm alternately honored and exhausted hearing it all laid out like that in one opening statement.
One fell swoop, right?
Yes. Amazing. You got it right.
What the heck really is a fell swoop?
I think you just did one, so let's call it that.
Good to see you, my friend. How are you? How have you been? You know, obviously with all those things that you've had your hands in, you love the energy of an audience. You like to be out there doing your thing. We're in a different time and space now with all this stuff that's going on. How's KLEA doing? And what are some of the cool things you've been doing to stay not only busy and keep those creative juices flowing, my friend, but also to keep positive and lifted up?
Well, I think, it's just a new time, and sort of converting and figuring out other things to utilize those talents is exactly, what I've been exploring, and what most of my friends who are artists have been exploring. I found that I'm sort of branching into teaching online, which is something I've taught, especially master classes in the past with universities and high schools. But the one-on-one teaching had gone kind of slow for me, just because I don't know. I thought, and teaching, I thought I would have to go, to somewhere else and be like, join a faculty and give up performing and stuff. So this has been sort of a natural shift into working on these different platforms, and, with Zoom and all that, and figure out how you can like spend quality time with people and pass on what you know. So that's been a big one for me. And then, I had like my own little series that I did, a 15-part series of Ethel Merman's. I did the Ethel Merman Playbill project, where in my collection here, I realized I had one playbill from each of Ethel Merman's Broadway appearances, which totaled 15. And so I spent 9 minutes or up to like 14 minutes a day going through these playbills, because not only are Ethel Merman's bios hysterical, the actual literal prose of the biography, but also what the ads were for, what we were buying, what we were eating, where we were dancing. You realize when Alka-Seltzer got its first advertisement, and all this stuff. So it's a fun little series that you can find on YouTube now. So just little things as they come to me, and lots of reading and lots of studying.
Cool.
Are you there?
Very cool. Yep, we're there.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, I just want to show you some of the levity too,
Yeah.
that's coming your way, my friend, as happens to all of our wonderful guests. Hi, Clea. Welcome to the show from Crystal in Connecticut. Bernadette welcomes you to Levity Hall. Isigari in Barcelona salutes you and welcomes you from Barcelona. Christopher Joseph, welcome Clea from Ohio. Ann Wozniak, welcome Clea. Juanita from South Africa, welcome
Wow.
to the show, Clea. Willie from Holland, the Netherlands, welcome Clea to the Jim Masters Show, the best show with music, humor, and laughter. Thank you very much, Willie. We appreciate that. More love coming your way from Isigari in Barcelona. From New York City, Kathleen Walker. Hi, Clea. Welcome. From Wichita, Kansas. Welcome, Clea Blackhurst. From Maryland, Mary Bishop welcomes you as well. I told you that the levity is big. And Marianne Lupinto said she saw you an hour ago on Law and Order, SVU. They must have had an episode. I tell you, huh? Omnipresent. Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Kathy Short, welcome to the land of levities. That is coming your way. Lots of levity from Kathy Short. Jennifer Barry, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hey, Clea, Jen is Zen. Nice to meet you. From Iowa, Renee says hi, everyone, and welcomes you as well. Anna Phelps, hello to you. Thank you for all of the love. And Claudia from Missouri welcomes you. Anna Phelps welcomes you. She's in New Jersey. Toby Taub. Hi, Clea from Austin, Texas. Deb and I are going to take your, they're going to take the theater class starting next week. That's fantastic.
Yes, that's my really good friend Toby and her adorable wife. And I do have a brand new class starting on Tuesday night. We'll have to get the information out there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Christine.
You there?
Yep, we're there. Christine in North Carolina. Welcome to Levity Hall. Thrilled to have you with us tonight. You are now a levity. That's it. You're officially a levity now. We welcome you into the world of levity, Clea. I tell you, you can add that to your credits now. You're a levity. You can go into the supermarket and say, I'm a levity on the Jim Masters Show. Yeah. That's funny.
It is a great word. It is a great word.
Andrea Colby, we're here. We're yours, Michael and Andrea Colby as well. Cool stuff. And good to see you, Mary. She disappeared because she's coming back, a little bit of a Wi-Fi thing popping in and out she's having there. Welcome back.
Thanks.
You just like doing an entrance, don't you?
Like when we were alone before, everybody, I came in and out a few times, and so I may have to make a couple entrances. Who knows?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It would be cool if you came in different costumes and outfits with every entrance.
Well, aren't you making some new demand?
Speaking of the devil,
Yeah.
George Burns is here and he
Oh,
greets
hey,
you. And I hear you have something to match, right?
well, I do. Wait. Well, they're still in their packages. I think they're not in mint in their packages. So I think maybe the time is coming to take them out. But I do have my very own Donny Osmond doll right there. And then I'll take him out in a second. And then when he gets like he just has to do a duet, Marie's here. So don't worry. They're both here. Isn't that something? Ooh. I'm going to take him out. Really. Mint in package is where it's at. But
George loves it. Yeah. And Gilligan.
But I don't want to sell him. So.
And
Oh, and Gilligan.
Gilligan's there as well. And Jeannie in her bottle is here. And who else do we
Nice.
have here? Jimmy, the clown, is here as well. Jimmy says hello. And Silver the
Hello,
dog.
Jimmy.
And I showed you Linling in the back there, the huge panda, right? Linlin is there.
Oh, yes. I love
Greeting
him. Amazing. So
we're like
cute, actually.
we're like
His
little
size.
kids again, aren't we? Like little kids. You got your Donny Osmond doll, and I've got the George Burns and Silver, the lab from a TV shoot in Switzerland last year. We picked up Silver. Beautiful
Yeah.
Silver greets
Oh,
you.
yes. I love it.
I tell you, huh? Cool stuff. Cool stuff. So it's really great to see you here, and I'm glad that you've
You
mentioned that
too.
you're doing some really cool things. Matter of fact, I wanted to show people here, pun intended, show people some of the wonderful times that we've been together. This was at Birdland with our friend Reva Solomon, and you were in.
I can't hear you.
You're having issues.
see.
Are you on a Mac versus a regular PC? Are you on like an Apple Mac product? Because iPhones and Macs don't seem to like Wi-Fi streams for some reason. PCs do and Android does. Well, I'll show her. Well, she's gonna be doing a lot of entrances, kind of like Ethel Merman would have done anyway. A lot of wonderful entrances. This is a shot of us in New York with our wonderful dear friend Reva Solomon, who's also been in the entertainment industry. She's also an author. And this was Merman's Apprentice, and she was in the show, and just amazing, really, absolutely amazing, and really terrific. She's also in Hazel too. She did Hazel. But this was a great night. This was Berlin in New York City. This was Merman's Apprentice. Again, she does an incredible Ethel Merman. So that was there. And this was actually another time where she was performing at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. And it was a musical theater performance, and it was really, really terrific. So she let me know that she was going to be in that, and went to support, and it was really, really terrific. And this was just after that. It was sort of like the post-show event. Let me show you some of the cool photos while she's getting things set up on her end. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It started off cool with the Donny Osmond and the Marie Osmond dolls. See, I showed the guests in advance, the cast of characters that you guys love, the George Burns, the Jeannie, the Gilligan, the Silver from Europe, and the Jimmy, and Lin back there. So you guys, what happens is the guests say, oh, you know what I have? I've got this doll or this character or this. And she said she had the Donny and Marie Osmond dolls. She still had them in the actual case. If she's on a Mac, then sometimes you get that echoey sound. So hopefully she'll be back. She's figuring it out. I think she's trying to figure it out. So when she comes back, she doesn't have to keep coming in and out. Love the cast characters and Claire with Donny Marie. Isn't that funny? I know. You met Donny Osmond. People used to say Donny and I looked like each other. And I used to hear Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch. And I still hear Kyle MacLachlan, who was in Sex and the City and Twin Peaks and Desperate Housewives. It's that English-Irish thing. It's that British thing, because he's from, I think, either England or Scotland. He loved watching Donny Marie. That's terrific. Well, we'll just chat with each other until she gets set up. Hi, Clea. So talented you are. We met Jerry Herman at the Jerry Herman tribute. And you met my son. That's terrific. We actually have a wonderful photo, which I'll show again when she comes back. Let's see if we can find it. It's her with the now late, Jerry Herman. That's a cool shot, huh? So we were just talking about that, Renee Katz. That's a shot of KLEA with Jerry. And there's other wonderful shots too. I mean, this here is such a classic shot of KLEA doing her thing, belting it out. Some of these photos also are courtesy of one of our viewers, one of our regular viewers, Marianne Lapinto. So we thank her as well. Here's some other cool shots, and she'll tell us, the various things. That's a very cool shot, and that Marianne took that. Great shot, through the glass in the recording studio where she's recording. Really, really fantastic. Some more shots here. Marilyn May and company there. You know who that is she's with right on stage? Yes, Tyne Daly, the actress, who was in also many, many things, but she was also in Cagney and Lacey on CBS, remember, with Sharon Gless. So there she is in a performance, and we'll find out what that was when she returns. Stephen Cole is there, you remember. He was a guest on our show as well. Another cool shot. I like that shot. I like studio shots. I have a lot of studio shots from my career in TV and radio too, and I just love that studio with the equipment, microphone sort of look, and going down memory lane there as well. Brian Charles Rooney is there with KLEA and Ralph as well. Good stuff, and she's returning as we speak. I hear a little bit of a click. There she is. Once again, let me introduce to you, if that introduction with that big bio wasn't good enough, let's do another introduction for KLEA Blackhurst.
Holy smoke. Everything says it's on. The internet's on. I turned everything off and turned it back on, and I see you. So this is good. Ugh. Have you been having my funeral without me? I hope you've been saying lovely things. I swear to God, you're muted. I swear, I see it there. There you are. Okay.
Here, that's just crazy stuff, isn't it?
I'm glad you have stuff there, though, and I know you're a good talker, so I know you'll talk about a lot.
Years of on the air. You know how to vamp and fill in. No dead air. We were talking about this picture. There's this Merman's Apprentice with wonderful Riva, and this is at Birdland.
That was a great night.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, that was the second. That was the second time we did it. I know because I wasn't so sweaty and I had a cuter dress on. But we learn these things.
Kathy Short says, "Wahoo! Welcome back."
Well, thank you, Kathy. I'm happy to be back.
That's it. Here's another one too. I was showing them a couple of these, in the interim. This is when you were in the performance at Yale University. Remember?
Yes, you were such an excellent surprise there. And I'm trying to think. I was just thinking about that one. I had a crazy song, and somebody was the devil. And it was great. It was very New Orleans and very like gumbo. I think that was the name of it.
That's right. It was gumbo.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Great. I had such fun.
It was gumbo. Absolutely. A couple of people mentioned, of course, Jerry Herman. So I brought this up too, which, I mean, wow. Now tell us, the time and place and the occasion here.
Well, this night is, we were in Naples, Florida. And this was the very first I do for the ASCAP Foundation with Debbie Gravitt, Jason Graw, Ron Raines, Scott Coulter, and I have a concert, Jerry Herman's Broadway, that Jerry chose all of us and got it into action. And of course, we lost him on December 26th. And but I got to see him right before he died, which was wonderful. I'll tell you about that in a second. But this particular night is about 5 years ago, the night of that very first ASCAP concert. And he got to come and see it and, put his stamp of approval on all of it. But I had known him since about 2005. I met him at Mabel Mercer Cabaret Convention. produced by Donald Smith. It was a night of Jerry Herman's music, and Jerry was there, and he got very enthused about my voice. He likes a big voice. That's what he likes. And I don't know if you know Debbie Gravitt, wonderful Tony Award winning Debbie Gravitt. She also, we're not the same really, but in that broad brush of how people think, most people wouldn't let Debbie and I on the same concert because she's a big, brassy redhead. I'm a big brassy redhead of a different kind of brass, but you get the idea. And but we are the two Jerry chose to send out to represent his music. So we do that show with symphony concerts and also teach a lot of because it's the ASCAP Foundation, we teach a lot with that one too. We try to we go and do master classes with the colleges or college age kids or high school kids, whatever, in those towns where we do those concerts. So I love Jerry Herman. I really, really do. He's been a really important part of my life.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There was another cool shot we were showing with you with Tyne Daly on stage. Tell us about this. That's a very cool shot.
It really is. Is that Marianne? I think got that shot. Marianne Lapinto. Thank you. Yes. Well, the memorial for Jerry was at the beginning of February this year, and thank goodness before all this COVID nonsense took us down. They asked me. Michael Feinstein produced it, and he asked me what he assigned me was bosom buddies with Tyne Daly, who I do not know, and we had a great time. We rehearsed a lot, and there we are clinging to each other, and that's the wonderful Larry Blank behind us conducting a beautiful orchestra, and that was a really great, that was such an honor to be there, A, and B, to sort of hang out with Tyne Daly, who's one of my all-time favorites, not only from Cagney and Lacey, which we all fell in love with her then, but her stage work is unbelievable. Rabbit Hole, Rabbit Hole's the name of that place she got a Tony for, I think. But anyway, wonderful actress, wonderful human being, and a character.
And her brother too, Tim, is fantastic. He's a great actor as well. Really, he's got Madam Secretaries had that long-running series, which was fantastic. Here's another cool shot here. Take us through this as we walk down. I'm Ralph Edwards, and this is your life, KLEA. Better than Candid Camera, right?
It is, yes.
That's it. Here's another cool shot with Marilyn May, of course.
Oh, yeah. Well, and speaking of Debbie Gravitt, there she is, and Jason Groff, and the great Marilyn May, of course. This was outside Jerry Herman's memorial tribute at the Lunt-Fontanne. And what did Debbie sing that night? I think she sang Wherever He Ain't, and Jason sang the ever popular You I Like from the Grand Tour. And Marilyn May, of course, they tapped her to open the whole darn thing with It's Today, and Marilyn has no peer. I'd like to say that I was there with my hand on her shoulder, soaking in some of the energy and brilliance. So I'm going to say that's what I was doing, because she is an unbelievable, she's just the best. She really is. She's my favorite and a dear friend and funny as all get out. And still does those high kicks. I'm like, It's Today, boom. She does the big, kicks her hand with her foot, and I can't do that. I couldn't do that when I could do that. She's still doing it.
Still doing it. Here's another cool shot. I believe this is from Hazel.
Oh yeah, that's from Hazel. Look at me there. Yes, I think Hazel had to put together a dinner in a hurry, and she got those Italian, those Italian waiter chef guys to come and help her. And I think that's one very dynamic moment in that number. It was great. Yeah, that was fun. A new musical is like the whole reason I came into being, was to do that. So, none of them have gotten where they need to go yet. Oh, that's Gypsy at Drury Lane, Rose's Turn, which I love that shot. It's like, what is happening there? It's it's fun to see these when they're action shots like that.
Exactly. Here's another cool one. This also from Gypsy.
Yeah, that's end of Act 1. Everything's coming up for Roses. She's slipping her tether a little bit there. But isn't it funny? I know exactly, like, like you recognize your hands, you recognize the mouth. But mostly I recognize the coat. I know that.
Yeah, but if you look at that photo, can you go back to that moment? Can you feel that moment again?
Yeah, probably. If I sang through it, I would know exactly where that was. That might be getting off of the word rose. It might be. I'm not sure. But I know, yeah, it's very evocative of like another time in another place for sure. Oh, well, now this is a favorite. This is you mentioned in the intro that I had done an out of town tryout of the Nutty Professor, and which was based on the original Nutty Professor. There's also the famous Eddie Murphy one, which is a remake. But the original Nutty Professor from 1963, which was written, directed, and starred Jerry Lewis. And he decided that he was going to make a musical of this. And a great guy. If you haven't had him on, Michael Andrew is my hero and my champion. And he was set to play the Buddy Love Nutty Professor part. And so we got this tryout in Nashville, and that's me. That's the big show-stopping number that I really cannot do out of context, because I had 6 men making me look like $1 million. You know what I mean? It's like they made me look like I was dancing, and then they started to take my clothes off. I don't know. They didn't take my clothes off, but the skirt did.
They didn't send that photo.
Man, that's amazing. But that number, it was called "Step Out of Your Shell," and Buddy Love, the sexy alter ego of the nerd, tries to talk Miss Lemon into taking some of the potion to try to bring her out of her shell, because she's been in love with the dean for so long. And that's part of her little fantasy sequence, deciding whether or not to do it. Spoiler alert, she doesn't do it. Yeah. She makes that transition all on her own with her own gumption and goodwill. So it's a cute show. I hope people someday really get a chance to hear what Marvin and his relationship with Rupert Holmes. They were brand new collaborators, and they were terrific together. I think they would have had a lot going on over the years, if not. But we have this that they did, and it's really good. Just sad.
There's another great shot that I think is absolutely spectacular of you and just the setting.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, that's the Goodspeed Opera House. That's not even 1, 2, 3, another 6 guys. I take about 6 guys to look really good, don't I? Yeah, that was really one of the great honors of my life at the Goodspeed Opera House. To be their Dolly was just an unbelievable experience, because the shows at Goodspeed, that ran about 92 or 93 performances, something like that. And for a summer, not summer stock, but for a regional gig, to get that kind of length in a run is really exciting, because you can start to think like that character and be that character. And like no part of you is ever sort of like, what's next? What's next? You're just always like, you're right there and you're thinking like her and moving like her and having a great time. So I love the long runs.
It's just really great. And the Goodspeed Opera House is such a sensational place as well.
It is.
There in Connecticut. Another great shot here. Tell us about this one.
Well,
I see Stephen Cole in there.
Yeah, Stephen Cole and David Evans. David is the composer. Stephen is the lyricist, book writer for Merman's Apprentice, which is a new musical. Did you talk about that already? It's a new musical about Ethel. It's a fantasy. It's a fable about Ethel Merman, who was playing Hello Dolly on Broadway, and a little girl is like a passionate fan of hers, and she runs away from home, and Ethel Merman takes her under her wing and trains her to become her replacement in Hello Dolly, the first all-starring children production of Hello Dolly. And then we have John Yap there, the great music producer, and my little apprentice. What I love about Merman's Apprentice, there are 2 title characters there. We've got Merman in there, but really it's Merman's Apprentice. And that brilliant young lady is Elizabeth Teeter, who is one of the most talented people I've ever met. Now, of course, it's only been a couple of years, but she is now in college and a gorgeous young lady. She has about five Broadway shows, 5 or 6. She was in Mary Poppins. She was in, oh gosh, she played young Queen Elizabeth with Judi Dench. And, but a voice, and this young lady acts like nobody's business. You can tell somebody is really acting when you're having a scene with them. They're looking you in the eye and they're listening, and you know they really listened because they come back with a line reading or saying it in a way that is new because they heard you do something and it caught them in a different way as well. And so we were just a fantastic little team, I think. Now, the fun part about it is her dad is Lara Teeter, a wonderful dancer, actor, performer, big Broadway guy for years and years. He teaches now at it's in St. Louis. It'll come to me, the name of the college. Somebody can say who, somebody. But Lara and I, last summer, we did Showboat at Glimmerglass, and I played Parthy and he was Captain Andy, so we were married in that. But what I love is Lara is such a show business fixture, and I really had never met him until I met Elizabeth. So I found my way to Lara through his daughter instead of the other way around. So, and they're a fantastic family. Oh my gosh. Mom, best kids, best talent, best attitudes. They're just like real strong, good people.
Yeah. Here's another cool shot. Brian and Ralph there with you.
Well, signing. Where are we?
You're with, you got Ralph there and Brian. You know, it says Merman's Apprentice poster, it looks like your whole.
Yeah, we are in the recording studio doing the album for Merman's Apprentice. That's it. That's where Ralph was hanging out. The doors don't look familiar, but I'm like, yes, Ralph's there getting everybody to sign the poster. Very smart. And yes, Lara was nominated for On Your Toes. Michael Colby just added in with that. I love it. Yes. He was a big deal. He's a talent. Oh, that's me. That looks like me everywhere I go. I just sing with a microphone. Yeah, that was in the studio, I guess, for the album. And it's a fun album. They actually orchestrated it. And yes, thank you, Marianne. Always where you don't expect her, and always get something fantastic out of it. She's like worth $1 million. Yeah, and there's the composer. I mean, the lyricist, Stephen. I'm sure you're telling me that I'm brilliant, and they're so honored to have me there. And and to like, don't add that extra syllable or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Great shots. Really great shots.
Yeah, really fun. That's fun to see those. Thank you, Marianne. I love seeing those. And they're me going for a note. I'm sure they got some high notes in that show. I said, guys, you might want to revisit all these notes because I can hit them every day once in a while, but I don't know if I could do it 8 times a week, but I guess I could. Let's give it a try. I'd like them to raise the money and somebody to give it a chance and let us give it a try because it's a cute show.
It's either that or you're saying, I told you I want cheese on my tuna melt, damn it.
Bring me the cheese. Which Jason Graw calls the fat man's candy. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
It's one of my favorite things too. And there is truth to that. That can happen.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, well, the fabulous Kelly Rabke there, wonderful singer. I can tell by the lighting fixtures. We are at, thank you, Andrea. I am brilliant. Thank you. The lighting fixtures are 54 below. I can tell that. And that's Kelly. We must have sung something. And the wonderful Mark Waldrop. He's the best. And he's been directing my new, I have a new tribute show about Jerry Herman's words and music, and Mark has really been helping me shape that. We were supposed to open on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of April, and you probably know all things have been canceled. So its future is yet to be. We did it once just to see how it went, and it went very well. So I can always learn what to cut, what to add, what to stretch, what to put together. And we were just about to embark on that. So hopefully soon. Wow. Where's that one? I think that's 54 below as well. Yeah, I think that's the night. What would
It does look like it. Yeah, doesn't it?
I think I'm singing I think I might be singing a Jerry Herman song. I don't know. That feels like World Take Me Back Again or something. Yeah. That's the cover of my very first CD, and I love that cover. The first time I saw this cover, this is a wonderful designer named Julia Evans, Evins. If you ever need, go look at her website, go check her out. She's in Baltimore. But she took a picture, and that picture was great. It was by Jack Vartugian from the New York Times. And it's a fun picture, but Julia shifted it, just tilted it a little bit, and got the font and the color just right. And she added that little, there was a spotlight above me in blue, but she added that little smaller spotlight to the left, and I have always loved it. Yeah, I just love it. So, and that's my show. That's the show that's kind of put me, people think I'm associated with Broadway, but it's really because I made myself an expert on Ethel Merman, and then I said I was an expert, and then people believed it, and now I'm just an expert on Ethel Merman. Now I really am an expert, but that show came out, it's almost 20 years. So yes, on the cover of the Autumn in New York, which is the Vernon Duke show. We just did it for the first time last Saturday in a parking lot in Pennsylvania. Now, that's what it's come to. That's what we do now. We sing in parking lots, but it worked very well. And the stage there, all the stripes are striped in. Some people brought their cars in. Other people were in chairs of their own, and they had some tables there it was a country club, and they had food and drink that they could order, or they could bring their own, whatever. And it really worked. And the people in their cars could just listen on an FM station. So that's kind of fun. You could stay warm in your car, the heater on. Other people were a little more hardy outside, but it was happy to work.
Almost the way the drive-in theaters used to be, right? You'd hear it on the radio in your car. Exactly. And that's a whole new way that they're doing everything these days,
Thank goodness we have it, because yeah, I mean, it was that's the second time I've been involved with something like that, where the back row for Opera North, I did one as well at the beginning of August, where people along the back are in their cars just listening, honking and putting their lights on and off for applause. And yeah, I'll take it. If that's where we have to go for a while, that's where we'll go. I'm so thrilled to sing. That's the easiest part to say. Let's see.
Interesting comments coming in. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're exactly right. Marianne's right. That song, those two pictures from 54 Below, that was March 12th. That was the night that Broadway shut down. And that's it. And the next day, and I thought, well, maybe nightclubs will be spared the having to close, but we weren't. The next day, everything else closed down as well. So that's the very last hurrah, right there. I feel so in it. You look at it, it's like, oh,
yeah, I know. Marcia asking if did you have a chance to meet Ethel Merman?
I never did meet Ethel Merman. No, unfortunately. I mean, I remember the moment that she died, or the moment that my friends Jay and Maynard and my friend Mark Knowles, they pulled me over on the college campus. They were like, have you seen the news? And I said, no. And they said, you better sit down. I mean, that's how much I loved Ethel Merman. My college pals knew to sit me down before they told me that she passed away. And I was just about to move to New York and start, I don't know. If I would have seen her on the street, I wouldn't have asked for her autograph because she would have punched me. But I would have followed her for many blocks, I think is what would happen.
What is it about her that you've always been drawn to, about her personality, her style, just the whole thing it's something that you just feel so connected with? I mean, I've seen you do it and you really take on her persona and the look, the sound, the whole thing. But what is it for you that draws you to that particular performer, Ethel Merman?
Well, I think when I was a little kid, my mom was a musical comedy performer, and she had kind of that kind of voice. There's the Miss Sarah and the Miss Adelaide, and there's the Ado Annie and the Laurie, and there's kind of that through the golden age. There's Meg Brocky in Brigadoon, or there's Fiona. So you have these two kinds of women sort of emerge. And it was just very clear to me early on that brassier voice was the one that I was drawn to. But as you start, let's see, I loved Annie Get Your Gun, the original 1946 album when I was a kid, and I would just listen to it all the time. I did not know that her name wasn't Annie Oakley. I didn't know that was Ethel Merman. And then years later, I found Gypsy when I was probably about 14 or 15 years old. And I realized, like, oh, it's the same person, like the person. And so I just became fascinated with her voice. And when I listen and go to the theater, that's the voice that appeals to me. And I knew that was the kind of singer I was. And then I started to get involved in finding things out about her as a person. That's all kind of secondary to me. I care about her life and everything, but she was a star at 21 years old in 1930, and she was never not a star again. And I really hope people will go look at my YouTube little series about the Playbill Project, because it's phenomenal. You could never have an experience like that again, a career like that, because theater changed so much over those 40 years that we could never have shows that could be counted as hits that ran for so short a time. Like in the 30s, everything just runs, it's a hit, but they close and you move on to the next thing. So I just think, I don't think it can be understood if you didn't see her live. I think I understand personally, but it wasn't just about the big belty voice. I think that live in a theater where you're supposed to be reaching people in the back row, well, that doesn't film. That's not something that you can just put on television. There are enough movies of her early in her career that I think when you look at them, you can get a sense of what it is that was special about her. They always talk about, there was like her in the theater that her eyes would flash. And I think it's because she would do this thing. You can see it on film sometimes where she would, just look from right to left really quickly. And I'm sure on stage that gave a great flash of light, So yeah, I just think she's special. I think she's very unique, and she really she's the epitome of Broadway for me. Like, I love it.
So when you were growing up, tell us about sort of some of those early influences in your life. You mentioned your mother being involved as an entertainer as well. What were some of those inspirations for you early on that attracted you to becoming a performer, KLEA?
I don't think that, I feel very fortunate. The older I get, the more fortunate I feel that I really knew what I wanted to do. I always knew it. Well, I knew it. Well, it's funny because right here, I actually have from earlier in my office, my trumpet, because I practice my trumpet every day. It's like this real love of my life, but I'm not very good. And I have no, my embouchure has no, I just can only play for about 20 minutes. Then I have to rest for about 40 minutes. That is not a professional ratio. So by the time I got into high school, I realized that I could sing, but I wanted to be a trumpet player in a Broadway pit, like Dick Parry, in the overture to Gypsy, da 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 da, all that stuff. That's what I wanted to be doing, but I couldn't do it because I'm just not capable of it. And then I started to realize I could sing and sing, and I don't get tired. And I thought, well, I guess I'll leave the pit and just go up on the stage. And it very easily shifted over, because the same thing that gives me goosebumps about being a performer, it's completely aided by riding on the bed of the music. And the more musicians, the better. It just gets more and more exciting. So, oh, it's crazy. It's great. And somebody just said, would you want to bump it with a trumpet? Yes, I would. And nobody has ever hired me to play Mazeppa. I just had to skip right over it and play Rose. That's how it goes for me. There he is.
What do you consider, early on, that first big break, that first opportunity, that first door that opened, that sort of launched things in that further forward moving trajectory for you, KLEA? Do you remember that first? Maybe it was a production, an event, or somebody that you met, or something that you were in.
Wow.
Early on.
I mean, I've had so many that have been great connections that have been the thing. It's been a big series of moments where it says, it's okay, you can keep going. Maybe I'm disappointed in the outcome of an audition or this or that, or one of the shows that it's the classic thing. You work so hard, you try to get the show to go to the next level, and it just doesn't get there. And you get all sad and eat at McDonald's a lot and, all that stuff. But then something will happen, or someone, my first show that I got to do after I got to New York was called Oil City Symphony. I don't know if anybody remembers this. It played down at Circle in the Square downtown. And it was Mark Hardwick and Deborah Monk, Mary Murfitt, and Mike Craver. And Debbie Monk was just getting ready to go off and become the great actress that she has been on stage and in musicals and in dramatic pieces. So they needed a replacement for her, and she played the drums in it, like for real. So I watched that show and I was like, I could totally do that, And I practiced. I went and taught myself how to play the drums, and I got the part. And I spent a lot of years on the road doing that show with the two gentlemen who had written it. And I think that probably was a huge break for me, because it put me out working at places, Actors Theater of Louisville, and seeing all these theaters and a lot of the country, and being employed while I was doing it. So while I did have a lot of survival jobs in between things, it still was like a sense that I was in show business and I was on the right track. And then meeting Donald Smith at the Mabel Mercer Foundation was a huge shift in my career, because I was just about to leave and go teach, which I love teaching. So I was thinking of leaving New York and going off, and switching gears, because I couldn't get anybody to cast me in anything that I saw myself as. Well, I couldn't get him to cast me in anything, let alone the things I thought I should be seen for. And so somebody said, well, before you left, you're funny, you should write like your own thing. You should do an act and da-da-da. So I did an act, which was called KLEA Blackhurst, a Concert. It's very inventive. And it was it had so many things going for it. I mean, it wasn't an immediate success or anything like that, but it really got the ball rolling. And Donald Smith did see that. And he put me on the Cabaret Convention, which is a big event that happens once a year. And we're doing it virtually this year, but big part of my life. And he was obsessed. He was driven to get people to my show. Once I did do the Merman show, to get people there to see it, to know what I was about. He helped with press. I mean, he never really worked for me, but he worked for me, if you know what I mean. And so that's probably one of the biggest changes. Indirectly or directly, it led me to many things, like playing Ado Annie in the Albert Hall. I mean, who can say that? Come on. I mean, singing in the Albert Hall is probably the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me, but also exciting.
What was it about it that would make it terrifying for you? Just because of the history and prominence of the location, the venue?
Even more visceral than that. We were there because it was filmed live for the BBC. It wasn't going to be edited later. This was going to be filmed live. So, and we did rehearse for a week or 2 weeks, I think. but they were also rehearsing the camera shots and where things would be. And we rehearsed in a rehearsal hall in Maida Vale or something. And it was, like any rehearsal hall. Then we were there the day before, and we got to go to the Albert Hall and sing there, just so we would have known. And I came out of this big vom, and you walk out and you sing. Of course, it's 7 balconies. It goes up and up and up. It's huge. But it was empty. It was fine. Well, when we came back later, when the audience was there, holy smokes, they opened the door, because they open the doors and shut the doors. Somebody else does, keeps the doorman. And they opened up these 2 big doors, and the roar of the crowd was about the most terrifying sound I've ever heard. And in my mind went I had this experience where I thought, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. It was like life or death, And then I thought, you're not going to die. You know how to get out of here. You walk up those stairs, out that stage door. You could walk into the park, sit by the statue of Albert, and give up everything you've ever worked for and get a really bad reputation. Or you could just turn and go through those doors and sing I Can't Say No. I mean, you've practiced it. You know it. It's like in your... So I turned and went through the doors and just did it. Well, I survived and it was great. But the next day when it aired, I saw what I did. I can't say no. And I had this big musical comedy grin on my face, like here comes the applause or whatever. It was terrific. But then the camera shot went to what I was seeing on stage, which was the full 7 stories of everybody clapping and cheering. And I think it reset, for better or for worse. I think it maybe reset what was high for me and what was low for me, because I had some, addiction struggles and stuff like that in the couple of years forward from that, because it was so high. It was about as high as you could get. And, but it was just an unbelievable experience and honor. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. I can see you're still feeling it now. Michael Colby says Albert Hall is the theater and Hitchcock's the man who knew too much.
Yes, it is. Death can happen in there.
And
Isn't there Doris Day? Hi, Diane. That's so sweet. Yeah, that's a great, it is so historical and wonderful. And, Donald Smith met me in London to come share that experience. He took me the night before to the Albert Hall, and whatever program they were having, he somehow talked his way in. He said, this young lady is singing here tomorrow, and she would like to just see the hall so she knows what it feels like. And they let us in to see it. So I think it was maybe a simpler time. I don't know that would work anymore, but it worked then.
So in New York, when you look at New York for you and some of the extraordinary things, which are many that have happened, what would be one of the first that stand out for you once you came to New York and, the Great White Way, just the whole thing, the Big Apple and everything that it brought your way?
Oh, it's been one of the great, I came here for one reason, and it's because they kept Broadway here. This is where it was, and you had to be here. And I have seen so much and done so much and studied so much. I've still never been in a Broadway show, which is like this thing that nags at me. I've done a lot of great stuff. I'm not unhappy at all. And Broadway's changed a lot, I think. I think the kind of Broadway I like isn't always happening anyway.
So how do you define that for the audience and the viewers around the world? The Broadway you like would be what versus what they're doing now?
Everything's, there's a lot of stuff I would love to be in now. So don't get me. It's not somebody cranky who hasn't been allowed in to the club.
So if you were planning to call her, you still can, folks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll still take a job anytime. I think what it is, I think the Broadway that I, look back on, say the golden age or even earlier, the 20s and 30s, times that I'm not a part of, but times that I study and love. It seems like a lot of individualism was let through. A lot of people's unique qualities were embraced and brought in. And I just don't think I don't think in most cases that they really want much. Whatever they decided is, and maybe that first person is kind of the star or a personality or something. They build it and that's that. So fitting into something is not easy because it's already been set in motion, and things are so loud, so that amplification begins to play this really powerful role instead of just like sort of the power of the person and the microphone being an augmentation of everything going forward. I just think it's very commercial.
I was just about to ask you that. Has it become much more commercialized?
Yes, you need something to run a very, very, very long time, for it to work, for the financials of it to make sense. And I think probably historically somewhere in the 40s, that becomes very clear, maybe with Rodgers and Hammerstein in Oklahoma or something, that you can make a lot of money at this. Therefore, things need to be put together in a different way. And so, I don't know. It's just, I don't get mad that I don't fit in to it because it's a very specific thing. But the people, the people that I adore, Karen Ziemba and wonderful Rebecca Luker and Danny Burstein, these people have been in Broadway show after Broadway show after. It's like I just sit at their feet and just like, tell me more about the night the Tony Awards happened, whatever. It's like, I just love it. I love everything about it. So
acting, singing, is there one that speaks to your heart more than the other? Are you a born actress who also sings, or are you a singer who acts, or is it equal for you, KLEA?
I think it's I think I'm an actor who sings. I do like doing straight plays. I really do. The thing I did most recently, the play with Haley Mills, was a straight play, and it was so fun to not really worry about your voice and not really panic about those things. But after a certain run of time, I start to think, like, when does the orchestra start? Like, when's the music going to come in? I miss it. But also I'm very much in love with musical theater philosophically. Like, I think that words and music in the service of a story, you really can't beat it. So my personal preference, my best friend's a Tony voter, so I've been to see literally everything for the last six seasons. I always have to talk myself into wanting to go to a play, and I never have to talk myself into wanting to see a musical. Now, once I get in the seat, well, I love plays. It's not that. It's just like, okay. But so he said, okay, here's your tickets for Bette Midler and Dolly. It's like, okay, So it just is me personally. I have that. I just love what it does. I think you always want, even if the story is sad, you want there to be a feeling of hope at the end of it, on the other side of what it is. Even Sweeney Todd is avenged. Something about it is very hopeful. Theater of romance. It's a lot of things that I think it's why we need the theater and need the arts, is to help us move through to a different level. And singing certainly does that for me.
The comedic timing and the comedic element to what you do is extraordinary. I mean, I've seen you doing your thing, and you're brilliant at it, and you're quick, and you're really responsive. And I love some of my favorite humor is the quick-witted response to observations of what's going on in the room, what's going on in life, and you're very quick with that. Where does the comedic part of who KLEA is come into all of this? And had you ever thought of focusing that? And would you love to be in a sitcom on television that's where you're in that? Have you thought of, has there been stand-up opportunities comedy-wise, in addition to everything else that you do?
Yeah.
Because the comedy is so ingrained in you in so many different ways.
Well, I would love to do, I did that show. I did do the Onion News Network for 2 seasons. And I was sort of the, basically like the Onion's version of Nancy Grace. Like, just voice for the voiceless, fist for the fistless, just going to tell you what you need to know, whether you want to hear it or not. And I had so much fun doing that. And even though it was incredibly scripted, I would love to be in one of those shows like The Office or something like that, where it's like that's sort of on the edge, like looking the knowingness of the camera kind of thing. I would love to do a show like that, like anything that Catherine O'Hara does or something. I would love like a walk on just to like, point her to the ladies' room or something, that kind of stuff. I would love that. Stand up terrifies me. Now, I think I'm pretty funny in, my favorite nights are when my Ethel Merman show or when the Jerry Herman show plays like an HBO special. Like they laugh and laugh. That's basic because it's a theater nerd crowd. But anyway, that kind of laughter delights me. But the idea of standing up and trying to get that kind of laughter, without knowing that there's a song coming up that will rescue me, even if this doesn't work, there's a song coming, that terrifies me. But I have been studying comedy a lot, which is interesting that you say that. I'm not sure what the outcome of that is, but I would love to. Well, I'm working on a one-woman show that has no music that I hope, it's a serious subject, but I hope it would be very funny, if that makes sense. So I've been looking at how to write, sort of using other people's thing as a template that you look at as like a good example or a bad example of things you like. And so, yeah, I think comedy is great. It's just really about listening. If you can listen and sort of like react like a real person, I don't know. I love it. I would love to get better at teaching it. In fact, I think it's a hard thing to teach, but I think it would be teachable. Maybe. A lot of people say it's not. You have the comedy or you don't, but I think it could probably be taught a little bit.
We have some spectacular clips here, and I want to share it with our viewers around the world, the lovities who are watching from literally all points of the globe here, of you doing your thing. Yeah, we'll share them, and then we can talk about them when we come back.
Okay.
Here we go. KLEA doing her thing. She's a knockout. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Enjoy, everybody.
Award, Miss KLEA Blackhurst.
By the way, this reminds me, I've spent this year with Ethel Merman and her Broadway songs. I find that, like Scott, people remember Ethel Merman for a number of things, never for her scat singing. But in my research, I unearthed a rare passett scat for Ethel Merman, and I sat down and transcribed it faithfully. I hope when it comes up in a few minutes here, you'll enjoy hearing it as much as I enjoyed finding it. Well, that's Gabriel, Gabriel saying, Gabriel, Gabriel saying, will you be ready to go when I blow my horn? Come on and blow, Gabriel, blow. Come on and blow, Gabriel, blow. I've been a sinner, I've been a scamp, but now I'm willing to trim a lamp. So blow, Gabriel, blow. I was low, Gabriel, low. Mighty low, Gabriel, low. But now that I have seen the light, I'm good by day and I'm good by night. So blow, Gabriel, blow. Once I was headed for hell. Once I was headed for hell. But when I got to Satan's door, I heard you blowing on your horn once more. So I said, Satan, farewell. Now I'm all ready to fly. Yes, to fly higher and higher and higher. 'Cause I've been through the brimstone and I have gone through the fire. And I've purged my soul, my heart too. So climb up the mountaintop and start. Blow, Gabriel, blow. Come on and blow, Gabriel, blow. I want to join your happy band. Play all day in the promised land. So blow, Gabriel, blow.
Wow.
Wow. I like when you say wow. That's really fantastic. Absolutely spectacular. And the comments too, you're the best. And Christopher Joseph saying here, let's see, where is that? There's so many comments coming in. They're zipping ahead here. It's like a teletype machine. I like the way that you handle your voice better than Ethel.
Well, you know how I think of that sometimes is it's like what the high jump was in the 1936 Olympics is probably much lower than it is today. I think as the years go by, certain I just feel like I have maybe more control over the equipment that we all have the equipment. And I think it's just like things have developed in a way that people know more about the voice. Now we do have amplification. So I'm just coming from a world where I'll tell you something. I was loaned a number of years ago on a symphony concert. The Gershwin Trust loaned me the original orchestrations for I Got Rhythm, the 1930 orchestrations. I went with the orchestra. I will tell you something. There was only one way to sing I Got Rhythm with those orchestrations, and that was loud. Loud, loud, loud. There was no opportunity to build. There was no opportunity to do anything but just belt it. And I said, okay, this is what Ethel Merman had in a world where Marilyn Miller was the big singing stars. Oh, just gentle gymnastics with her voice. And then you have like Ethel Merman come along. It's like, wow, we could hear her all the way in the back, even with all those trumpets playing. So it was kind of a different, it was just a different world that she's coming out of. And now what are we, how many years away from it? 90? Is that right? It's either 90 or 110. Anyway, my math isn't good. I'm a singer. I can count to 4. I can count to 3, but anything above that's a little problematic. But so I like to give Ethel Merman I like to give her the respect and for being appropriate to the room she was in at the time she was in it. And I'm just in a little bit different room now. So I think aesthetically it's a little bit different.
Well, I'd like to let you know what the room is saying. Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania says, such a fun night. I feel like I'm at home. Cassandra Bain is watching. She is an R&B sensation. She was a guest on our show, and a fabulous R&B and soul singer. She's wonderful. She's giving you props as well. Diane says you are the best.
Thank you.
Christopher had said he likes the way you handle your voice better than Ethel. Jennifer Barry dancing in her living room. More props from Cassandra. Michael Colby would love to see you and Danny match brass.
Oh, I'd love it.
That would be cool. Love a Cole Porter tune. Really nice footage. Delightful from Maryland and Kansas. Delightful to see, KLEA. Thank you. Juanita in South Africa says, wow. And watching you do that performance. Cassandra, yes. Kathy Short, that's terrific. Marcia Watson, wow. Wow and pow with this.
Wow.
Look at them all. Wow, this is terrific. Outstanding from Mary Bishop. Claps, claps, ovations from Sue and Wozniak. Awesome. John Michael, Ferrari motivational speaker. Wow. Was such a thrill having you perform my Merman song, Michael.
Oh, yes.
Michael.
Thanks.
And look at that. There's just really cool stuff. And love this clip from Christine Clifton in North Carolina. Brilliant, KLEA. Michael says that the Girl Crazy Pit Orchestra included Red Nichols, Glenn Miller. Look at all these names too. Dorsey and Goodman. And
You stand it?
yeah, unbelievable, huh?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And Jen
I've been doing research on that recently because of the Playbill project, and basically it was Red Nichols Orchestra added to the orchestra. So that was a pit to reckon with, that Girl Crazy pit. So yes, Michael Colby. Yes. Sorry, I cut you off. I had to jump in there.
Anytime. Got some more for people to enjoy. Let's take a look at this. We'll come back. We'll surprise them with what it is,
Okay.
and surprise you with what it is.
Yeah,
Because I love watching the guests' reactions because
Right.
you're like reliving it and you're moving
Yeah.
around and singing to it. Here's another fabulous clip of our fabulous guest, the incomparable KLEA Blackhurst. Here we go, folks, around the world, lovities. Enjoy.
Delightful.
Absolutely. So tell us about that with Billy Stritch and
Well,
all. That was fabulous.
that is
Fabulous.
thank you. That's so fun. That's kind of my one and only music video. The way it came about was Billy and I have this wonderful Hoagie Carmichael show we did, and that's an early song that we found of Hoagie's, and so it's on our album. And then I have this fantastically talented friend, producer, director. He's kind of a big deal, actually. His name's Carl Bird, and he, for my birthday one year, he was doing a big video, filming a video for somebody. I can't remember who it was, somebody famous. And he said, for your birthday, I'd like to give you, I'll make a video for you. So, because he didn't think he'd need the whole time in this giant hangar and whatever. I mean, like hangar, like airplane hangar where they had all the sets. And he said, we'll build you a set down at one end. We'll make you a set and then we'll do it at the end of the day. And so he gave me hair and makeup and clothing people and did the whole thing. And you know, and that was the song he picked, and we went and we did it. So Billy was just an ivory tickler on our album. So you can buy the album and hear it exactly like that. And I have the dress somewhere over there, but I can't fit in it, but it's here. If we ever get down to that weight, you can see me in the dress too. I love that one.
That is fantastic. Absolutely. And we've got more, but wait, there's more.
Uh-oh.
Been working hard in our research department here. We've
Yeah,
got another. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Here's another. Let's take it away. Much more with the incomparable KLEA Blackhurst. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Enjoy. Don't move an inch. Don't touch that dial. Great Saturday night with Jim and KLEA on the Jim Master Show Live. Here we go.
About Muriel, you know.
I don't know, Mo. Am I slow-mo? Sometimes I have my doubts. I'm not immune to that opportune when that opportunity shouts. I heard it back in 30 when I held that endless note. And now the time is for Muriel, loud and clear. Can't you hear? Listen while I quote. Some say opportunity knocks. Me, I don't agree at all. Knocking's nice, but my advice, listen to the trumpet call. Don't remain inside of a box, summer, winter, spring, and fall. Be astute and hear that tune. Listen to the trumpet call. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. What it means, I have no clue. Don't ask for who the trumpet blows. Who knows it blows for you. Living life inside of a box, something that'll make you small. Show you care and hear that glare and listen to that trumpet call.
You're smart, man.
Ethel.
Ethel. Muriel had a mother.
Oh, are you worried that I want to be her mother? Don't be silly, Mo. I just wanted to have a chance. The kid is pretty good.
Pretty good. She's great.
Oh, great takes a while. Give her a couple of weeks with me. Now, don't make me break your eardrums, Mo. Listen to it blow with wrath and fury. Muriel will have her day. Listen to it blow and don't ignore it before it all has blown away. Listen to this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Incredible.
That's
Really.
a great
That's
song. That's obviously
yeah.
from Merman's Apprentice, the concert that we did at Birdland. Great.
All these comments coming in here. Marilyn, lots of comment. All I'm looking at all these emojis.
Am I
I can't
slowing
even
out on
figure
you?
them out. There's all kinds of cool. Oh, trumpets. I see the trumpets. Now you're there. We hear you. It's just it's slowing. Your Wi-Fi's sort of delaying a little bit. But you get that on TV networks. You get that everywhere too. It's crazy. The Wi-Fi's go nuts. Awesome from Juanita in South Africa. Claps from Mary Bishop. Christine, KLEA. Now that's entertainment. Lots of hearts from Marcia. Marilyn, toe tapping. Jennifer in Allentown. Now I'm dancing in our pool table room. You got everybody dancing. Everybody going. Hey, KLEA. Wow, from Toby Tao. Good to see you, Toby, on our YouTube channel. Hope you love that channel and subscribe to it. Loving these clips, Kathy Short. Really cool stuff. I mean, you're getting all of this here. And of course, I knew that you would, because you're absolutely amazing. And even better, you're a fabulous person. Bravo from Ann Wozniak as well. Christopher Josephs, he's in a band in Ohio. Nice brassy sound on this song. Sue says, wow, such an entertainer, fun. Really loving that as well. Christine in North Carolina, not a song you can sit still to. That was fun and marvelous, fabulous, awesome. Can you handle all the levity coming your way? Lots of it. You should revise Sondheim to There Will Be Trumpets. That's a nice one too. KLEA, thank you for spending time with us. Fun night with you, absolutely. And we've got more to come. I want to share another great clip here with you guys. We have several cool clips here that our research department. This is Chums from Mermaid's Apprentice. Let's take a look at this one. Enjoy, everybody.
The Hoover administration.
No, I couldn't. I mean, I don't even really know. How could I sing with you and...
Love it. Oh,
Hit it, Goldie!
is that?
I was a lonesome little tyke. No one to love, no one to like.
There
Then
will
suddenly you was all you friend. I was a solitary dame, alone and blue until you came. Oh, what a relief to call you friend. Now I know, and I know what gives a life its fizz. I've known it for many a year, and kiddo, let me tell ya, it is chums. When adversity comes, they are there with their rums and cokes and lousy jokes, as long as we're agreed. What you need is pounds to boost your morals. When you're left with a bag of crumbs, what's left? Just chums, the kind that stick through thick and thick. If it's weak and quick, just call for help and you come. No one else but your chums. Not even the fire department. Not even J. Edgar Hoover in a dress. Oh, honey, you've never had a chum like me before. What do you mean, kid? I mean someone who will tell you that you wear too much makeup, your clothes and shoes look like you bought them at a fire sale, and you have no social graces at all. That kind of chum. Gee, I don't know whether to thank you or kill myself. What do I need when I'm down in the depths or dumps? Chums. What do I crave when I'm struck by the measles and mumps? Chums. Where would I turn my teachers? All give me an F. Chums. Who can I shout out who wouldn't say, what are you, deaf? Chums. Now I know, and I know what gives a life its fizz. We both have the answer for that. And Hattie's second chorus here take. How? Just how? To boost your morale. To go. When you're stuck with a bag of crumbs, what's left? Just chums, the kind that stick
Absolutely
And
fantastic. That's amazing, huh?
she's the
She's
best.
on.
Yeah, I had to say to her, now these things go so slowly that you will be a fully grown woman by the time this show gets done. So you are the template for Muriel, and you will not play Muriel because you're gonna like become somebody incredible, and it's not gonna be an incredible little girl. It's gonna be an incredible woman. Ah, she's amazing.
Some people are, several people actually are saying that you remind them a little of Bette Midler too. Have you heard that? You heard that before? Is that a yes? Your Wi-Fi is something from the Twilight Zone a little bit.
I have heard that, and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I will
Yeah.
take it as a great compliment. I think there's a certain sense of energy and fun. Even when you're, yes, yes. Oh, sorry.
Uh, yes, she writes it. Do you know sign language too? Can you do it in sign?
Tell
I
me when you
mean,
can hear me.
we know love, right? Yeah.
I've
So
already left and come back.
so so you could try that. Maybe it refreshes on your end, and then what we'll do is before you do that, we will toss to another fabulous video here. But she is extraordinary, and the two of you together play off each other so beautifully. And of course, this is that photo earlier that we were showing. You guys really are terrific together. We're going to go to another one here, and then you look better now. Everything everything looks like it's coming up roses, sort of. We'll go to the videotape, and we'll continue.
Yeah.
This one, here's another cool one. Everybody's going to enjoy this one too. And she's having a lot of Wi-Fi issues on that, and it happens. Weather weird. The whole world is on the internet too, so the internet is overloaded. So it's crazy stuff. But here's another video. While she's getting herself set up there, are you guys enjoying yourself tonight here on the Jim Master Show Live? If this is the very first time you're watching our series, we're on every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific live. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We've been doing it for 22 weeks thus far, 150 plus episodes, all different guests, all different topics. We do something different every day, not the same, and it's really, really cool. I mean, people from health and wellness and inspiration and food and comedy and Broadway and Hollywood and television and music and gardening and life. So we are going to check, because I think she just popped up. There you are. And
Am I there?
you're there in a delay, a little bit of a delay. So what we fingers crossed. Some of the faces too are funny. So we're going to go to the video. And
Sorry.
no, that's okay. Do you have any other apps up sometimes if you have other apps up on your screen like Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Skype, Zoom,
play
any
on?
other applications open, that could interfere. And if you have your cell phone near, that can play with the audio too, because the signal
turn
that
it off.
cell phone, I know this from, you probably know this too, that the signal from cell phones and microphones audio compete with each other. So that's why usually when you're in probably, on stage, or when I'm on a TV shoot or in the radio studio, they say cell phones off. You know that on set, right?
Yeah.
Cell phones off, because the signal is the same as the audio for the microphones. So that might help. Maybe other apps you have open should just be the streaming app. And that might help a little bit there. Yes, the Wi-Fi. I know. One of my favorite film gigs was Merman's. KLEA and the cast were fantastic. Yes. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. You can sign the alphabet in sign language. That's beautiful. Exceptional duet. I agree. Absolutely. KLEA, you and your vocal dynamics are amazing. Good, magical. Wow, I agree. Amazing young talent. Juanita, South Africa. Absolutely. Toby, glad you're enjoying it. Thank you very much. You're watching on the YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you can. Hello to everybody watching on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. All the episodes, 22 weeks of our series, are available on the YouTube channel. A lot of people have been binge watching all the amazing guests, some of the incredible on-location places we've gone, and so many different things. This show is something for everybody. We don't do the same thing every night. We do something different topics, different everything. So she's going to figure that out. Sometimes if you have several different things up, like if you have Zoom, we don't use Skype for this. So if you have a Zoom thing up or Skype, if you have your Facebook page up, your Twitter, your Instagram, your this, that, and the other, it can interfere sometimes as well. So welcome back. All right, so let's go to the video. We've got another great one here for you.
Now, get your ass in the dolly dress. Come on, Muriel. Let's go. Get the dress, feathers and all, everything. We've got the entr'acte, we've got elegance, and we've got the waiter's gallop to get you ready. And Rudolph says, she's here! You know what's going to happen? Those curtains are going to part, a spotlight hits the top of the staircase, and you, Miss Muriel Lake, are going to be there, and you are going to stop the show.
But how can I go out there when they're expecting you? What will they think?
They'll think I was shrunk at the dry cleaners. Muriel, they're going to think you're great.
But I've never been on stage in front of all those people.
None of us has. These are all new people. Okay? Now listen, Muriel. Just remember what George Gershwin told me before I stepped out there for the very first time. He said, Ethel, if you screw it up, it's back to stenography.
But I don't know how to take stenography. I'm scared. I mean, I'm not even warmed up. Oh, I gotta do some scales and I also
Clear your throat. Take a breath, make it big, 'cause now you're gonna sing. Scare that note half to death, spit it out. Yes, now you're gonna sing. I'm so scared that chorus whines. Nervous Nellies with no spines. Why should you be scared? You know your lines. So you stride to the light. There's your cue. And now you're gonna sing. Put aside all your fright. You are you, not Perry, Frank, or Bing. Let the others do a scale. They're just scared their voice will fail. Crack that gum in your cheek. It's time for Eureka and wow. 'Cause now you're gonna sing. All the world's a stage, as some old playwright said. You introduce some business and then you're dead. If all the world's a stage demanding gaiety, then the key to it, kid, is spontaneity. Before you enter any day, don't think, can I get through it? Just get your butt out of the door and do it. It's as easy can be. Like Mary told those brats,
And let's welcome back once again for another fabulous entrance. Just walking right off the stage after that incredible performance, KLEA Blackhurst. Welcome back. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Again, really, really terrific. And I remember seeing all of that too. And whew, I tell you, where do you think that enthusiasm, that passion, that energy comes from for you, KLEA? Because you really are a high voltage performer in so many different ways, and it's incredible. Where do you think that comes from?
Can you hear me?
We hear you, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of
Okay,
a
well, I'll
freeze
just
frame
talk.
there, but we do hear you.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you. I'll answer the question then, like we're on the radio. How about that? Like everything in here is kind of going a little bit
Maybe,
crazy.
you know what, Elder? Maybe you, in your, in your
In my
apartment
studio.
right now, a lot of things are going crazy. Is
Yeah.
the toast,
Well, like
the
computer-
toaster's toasting toast that's not even in the toaster, and
Exactly. Yes, and the computer looks
computer's
like
going.
it's not charging. Yes, everything's weird. But I will say, I think the bottom line is physical energy. That's what you got to do as a performer: is put a lot more energy into it that you think is needed, and it.
We're looking at some of the comments, and in SoCal. Yeah, she's having a lot of computer issues there. Let me see if we can take you out and bring you back in. I don't know if that helps. There she is. Now it's just a black screen. So yeah, there's something. Definitely. Now we hear you, but we don't see you. It's just a
Okay.
black
Well, do you have
void.
something to write them out?
KLEA right now is. KLEA is performing right now on Pluto. Don't you see her on Pluto? Just a little dot out. That's what it looks like. You know how it is. You just got to run with whatever happens, right? You just run with it.
Yeah.
You just run with it. Christopher says, great interview, and you're amazing and delightful. And clearly, KLEA, you were to be a performer, a vocalist. Wow, what an amazing voice. What a voice. Cool stuff. So we have another video here. Yes, we have another video which we will show. And this is a really cool one too. And here we go. And hopefully that little square there, or is it that one? Yeah, that one, I think. Who knows? That one. You know what I'm talking about. We're going to fill that black square soon when we come back, we think. We'll be right back. Enjoy this. You will.
Here we have KLEA Blackhurst. Taking the Veil. Lyrics by Stephen Cole.
It's like taking the veil. 8 shows you show without fail. No matter how you may feel, you show or the show is a failure. It's like taking a vow. 8 shows you show and you bow. You give your all, that's the deal, no matter what happens to ail ya. Yes, you give up a lot every day just to get through each night till you're done. To them you're a luminous star, but what you are, kid, is a nun. You're alert on day 1 and dead by day 4. So
Start again Monday, taking the veil, taking the veil. You exit at 11, you say goodnight to Max. The crowd's been here since 10, and not one has got a pen. Still you smile as the crowd attacks. Oh, Miss Merman, you were great, you were swell. You say thank you, but you know you were great, you were swell. Yeah, but they didn't even see the show. And the ink gets on your fingers, but you sign it till you're blue. Then they don't want a picture, a handshake, a kiss. And what do you get? The flu. Your standby goes on as a fill-in while you have to take penicillin. And the grosses go down as you're blowing your nose. The producer has connections and he threatens to close. So before you are well, though it's hell, you come back to the show. But you know that if you're a hit, then you're a slave and that's it. If you sign for a year, you make it appear that you're fresh when it's clear that you're stale. So just try to get through the week without having to speak. Kid, this isn't the life for the meek or the frail. But it's the world that you covet, so you'd better love it. Taking the veil. Good reviews are all baloney. When Mary Martin wins the Tony. What's life in the theater, my dear? It's taking the veil.
And there she is.
I'm in my laundry room.
Actually, that's nice. I like the white brick behind you. That's cool.
Why, thank you.
It's very nice. It's nice lighting. It's got soft, subdued light. See, see, all this elegance and prominence and everything we're showing. We all still have to wash our shorts.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
That's it. And we all bleed red.
Yes. Well, we
Bravo.
better say goodbye before too much happens.
I like that. That's cool. You look like you're.
I mean, I'm running around the house like, wait, where's the wireless? Where's the And my computer died during that song, so we're plugged in now here.
So is that what was happening? The computer was.
Maybe, I don't know. It's a new computer. I've had to like kind of upgrade everything because everything's online, you know.
Right, so it's still going through those. They're welcoming you back. I told you she loves to do an entrance. She's a class act.
It's just shameless. It's shameless.
And now we were gonna say how many loads you got to do?
Yeah, exactly. I got to. Well, we can be in here a while.
So tell us about the clip we just saw.
Well, that is the very, very first time that Merman's Apprentice was not finished yet. That was just a standalone song for the project they wanted to write. And that was the very first thing. And there was at Lincoln Center, David Evans had a showcase of his, of all of his different pieces. That's why I think the cast of Birds of Paradise is behind him with Catherine Cox and J.K. Simmons and because they're doing that number, and then I came forward to play this from something he was working on for the future. So, yeah, that's why that's why I have the book. I think it's the first time I had to wear glasses to perform because I was like, oh my gosh. So that's probably maybe, I don't know, I think it might be 2008, I'm guessing. But that's the very, very beginning. And I don't really think it ever necessarily got better than that. I think it's just a beautiful song.
Again, I asked, you were answering before the computer started to phase out. where the energy, the passion, the enthusiasm, I mean, you really deliver, and I've seen you do it, and you just do it. Even in the conversation we're having now, you deliver. Where do you think that passion, that enthusiasm, that thirst for life, that energy comes from, KLEA?
I think it's just the process of performing and being present for me, because I have to lay down and take naps, and I am not always like the happiest person. But as soon as there's an audience, or it's on, somehow just the act of doing it, just saying yes and doing it, the energy seems to come from within. And I think it's a great part of it is audiences, or trying to get that message specifically to a set of ears. Seems to like fill me up with a lot of energy. I don't know, but I love it. And I'm not necessarily the perfect, like I play in a marching band, believe it or not. And I'm not a good trumpet player, as we said. I'm very shy in the band because I don't know why, but when it comes to performing or speaking, I feel pretty confident that if I just stick with it, you'll get what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It's just a gift, I guess. The best parts of it are a gift.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we got a comment that came in here, which is kind of cool. Mary Ann asks, "Can I bring my laundry to you? I need to do it."
Yes, please.
Because you are broadcasting from the beautiful Blackhurst laundry room.
That's right. Here it is.
We're taking you inside her
There
beautiful.
it is. Yeah. This is it. Yep.
So, when you look at a bucket list, I mean, you've done so many extraordinary things, KLEA. Are there other things that you still have your sights set on that you really want to do, hope to do, dream to do? And it doesn't even have to be exactly what you're doing now. It could be maybe a certain role or certain production, a certain play, a certain whatever. But maybe it could be other things that don't have anything to do with what you're doing now. But the bucket list, things that you still like, oh, I really want to do that, or I'd like to take a crack at that.
Well, I guess we got to get the Broadway show in there. And probably if I got the Broadway show in there, I may be able to, like, I don't know, leave New York and do other things. I don't know, but I love New York. I've been here so long and it is my home, but that's why. And I do want to really extend, increase my teaching, and what I think I have a lot, this history class that's starting on Tuesday. I've been doing so much research, even though I think, I know a lot. And then I was like, oh no, I started doing the research and I just discover and discover and discover. And it makes me so happy that I can't even express it. So I think the teaching is really like the future for me. And I would like to buy a car one day. I've never had a car because I live in New York. I drive very well, but I just don't own a car. But I don't think that's really a bucket list thing, but maybe, I don't know. That's, I'm actually a pretty engaged in what I want to be doing, and it leads to certain things, like something led to hosting, and now I host a lot more. Something led to something, and you teach. So I think it's going to be very specific stops on those particular kinds of ideas.
Was there ever a role, or was there anything that perhaps you wish that you got, or that you might have passed up on in your career so far?
Well, I've never passed up a role, and I know that because I've played some terrible roles. So I tend to say yes. Is the thing. But no, I think I remember one I really would have loved to have got was the Full Monty years ago. I was like, oh, if I could have been in the Full Monty, that could have been a whole different thing. But I stopped looking at things like that because, I really feel like if you're not there, it's because it's not yours. I think the last time I cried and cried and cried over an audition that I didn't get, I just wept all these tears, and they don't understand. It's my part and all that stuff. And then I went down, I got on the subway. I went down the subway to get on the train, and the train was pulling out. And I was like, that's my train. If I hadn't stopped and answered some questions or this, I would have been on my train. I said, all of a sudden this calm came over me. I said, that is not my train. And the only reason I knew that for certain is because I was not on it. And that sort of changed everything. It's like, I don't know what's coming. All I can do is try as hard as I can to get what it is I want. And then I have to accept then I have to accept what happens, because if it's not yours, it's not yours, And I'm sure when I've gotten things, I've broken somebody's heart because they thought it was theirs. But that's just, I don't know, that's something to like figure out how to do, how to just do your best every day. Acceptance is the key. I really believe that. So
What was it like when KLEA went back home to her hometown after all of these things, these incredible accomplishments and the accolades and the opportunities developed? Was it sort of like, hometown girl makes good, or was there fanfare and there, proud family? I imagine that must have been phenomenal.
oh yeah, it's been really great. I mean, that part has been always with my university. I love the University of Utah and all that. The funny thing is, one year I did perform at Carnegie Hall, and I was so excited about that. So I said, "What have you been doing?" I was like, "Oh, it was a family, like a wedding or something." And I said, "Oh, I just performed at Carnegie Hall." They were like, "Oh, wow, that's great." And then my Uncle Bob walked up and he goes like, "I saw your Frosted Mini Wheats commercial." And everybody's like, "You did a Frosted Mini Wheats commercial?" Like that was so much more impressive to everybody than Carnegie Hall. And so I just said, you know what? It's all good. Everybody's been, I think they've just been impressed with my stick-to-itiveness and generally supportive all along the way. So, yeah, so everybody's great about that. They've loved the CDs and they've loved the different things that have come along, and it's been really good.
Do you like doing the commercials and like doing the television shows like you just did the Law and Order, huh?
Yes. I mean, the Law and Order, that was a while back, but they do play it a lot. But I got jacked at knife point by Lou Diamond Phillips, and then something happened. I don't know. But it's like, those are the checks that are fun. They come in, they just keep coming in, they come in. Yes, no, the commercials are great. I mean, the money from those commercials is just heaven sent. And I've only done 2 national commercials, Frosted Mini Wheats and Tide, and I would do them again forever. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun.
Do you remember what you said in the Tide commercial? The only reason why I asked that is because you're in a laundry room right now with a basket of laundry. Do you remember the role and what you did? That would be funny.
I think I said, it's good. I don't know. But actually, I've become a Gain customer, so maybe I should talk to Gain. I don't know. Crazy. I don't know.
Didn't you always want to know what KLEA Blackhurst uses for her laundry detergent? You only find that out on the Jim Master Show Live, folks. This is premium entertainment here.
This is good stuff.
That is very funny. That's amazing. So cool stuff. So quickly, you had mentioned the teaching, and I think that's a beautiful thing when you have an opportunity to pay it forward and teach young minds and just share the love, share the knowledge. You really, really enjoy doing that. Tell us about that and some of the things you do and how people can get involved in that if they're watching this live now or they watch this on YouTube in the archives later and they want to know more about these opportunities.
Yes, please. I right now have my website is getting a good addition, some additional stuff put on it. So he's working on it tomorrow and today. So I'm not sure if it's all there, but just go to KLEABlackhurst.com. I have a teaching section, a performance section, please sign up for the newsletter section, an Ethel Merman section. It's a pretty fun website to tool around. We do have this 6-part series that starts on Tuesday. It'll be every Tuesday for 6 Tuesdays. And I'll teach more of it's called Old School. I teach a master class where I assign you old school songs, and we learn them and we coach them and we have fun and giving some appreciation for history and bringing it into the future. And of course I teach privately, which is great. And I teach from 6 years old to 82 years old. So I'm very open to, I enjoy all ages. With a 6-year-old, it ends up being a lot of music therapy. Actually, we talk about, things that are going on, and with an 88-year-old, we just keep finding more and more to be excited about and ways to solve problems vocally and feel better about doing it and enjoy doing it. So, Yeah, so KLEABlackhurst.com. As long as you have it spelled right, you'll find some fun stuff on there. And I hope people will go sign up for it. I do not inundate you with information. Unfortunately, I can't get my act together that well. You know, you'll get information periodically, but it's great. It's a lot of fun.
And so you're doing it all, virtually or remotely
Right
with
now.
everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Are you hearing anything from, well, the kids, especially in terms of how they're handling what's going on with all of this? Because
Yeah.
everything is closed and they can't go out and do the stuff they used to be able to do. They can't go to the amusement park. They can't go to the theater. They can't go to, there's a lot of things that, a 9-year-old kid can't do. What are you hearing from them?
Well, I have a really expressive, wonderful 6-year-old that I work with, and I can tell what her parents have said to help her through any particular thing. She, when you're teaching online, if you have a 6-year-old, if she wants to drive me crazy, she just has to go like that. I say, "Where did you go?" And she won't show me her face. And then I said, "I'm going to have to call your mom and talk to you." And she came back. She said, "I'm very, very sorry. I apologize. I'm just having a really hard year with the virus."
Yeah.
And so then we talk about the virus and we make noises relating to the virus. We just have fun with that. And I think all of the kids are handling it differently, but everybody, it's in the ages, it's so hard, and the different special needs and stuff like that. It's a really tough time, but but I'm here, and the kids that I've been working with are great. They're just kind of rolling with it, so, but I only have that 45 minutes with them or whatever, but I've been really impressed.
If there's anything about this time that we've been going through, which has been really extraordinary, and I've said this on this show multiple times, and in my professional work, and even just talking to friends and family, that I hope we come out of this more empathetic, more loving. We listen to each other, less divisive. We come together. We're more unified, and that we don't necessarily go back to normal, because normal wasn't necessarily so hot. We come out of this, rise from the ashes better. Are you hoping that as well?
Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of stuff from this time is going to stick, and it'll be good. It'll be fine. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I can't believe that I felt like a baby in February, and now I feel, it's like we were different people just even that recently ago, so I don't know what'll happen, but I sure hope we can get back to work soon. The artists in your life are struggling, it's tough. It's really tough.
And yet the folks are turning to the arts right now for the relief, for the solace. Right. They're listening to music, and they're watching old movies, and they're just all these different things to help, because it's the balance in life. It's to take us away from all of the day-to-day realities sometimes of what's going on. When you look at, we just really scratched the surface, KLEA, on this brilliant career and this extraordinary life you live of passion and giving and celebrating the arts in the way that you do so brilliantly. What are some of the things that continue to inspire you and bring you joy as you continue through your life's journey, KLEA?
I would say music. I listen to it a lot. Reading, thank goodness for books. Thank goodness for my family. In fact, I have my sister and my brother-in-law here visiting me this weekend just to get that kind of comfort. And my dog, Sprout, she's the best dog ever. I don't know how people can resist an animal. She just keeps me so focused. And I get inspired. I live in Harlem in New York City, and I am inspired walking through the park, walking on the streets. Everybody's got their masks on. Everybody's got their masks on, their little kids. And I find myself proud of living in a city and proud of living my dreams, even though it's not easy. It just kind of keeps me going. It's like, I do not know what's coming. I don't know how I'm going to make it through. But this particular time, I've always felt like, well, I know how to live on a shoestring in general, but I don't know how to I've never been asked to live on a shoestring for the foreseeable future. And I am inspired by how many of us are in the same boat and trying to find, ways to exercise physically, exercise our minds, exercise our friendships, and all that stuff. I find it kind of inspirational. It also takes me off of Facebook a lot of times. I can't do it. I can't be in a competition. I can't be in a fight. There's all kinds of things like that it's like, okay, I just got to be like a person with a book, because I got to go old school.
Yeah, I agree 100%. The social media has its positives, but it has quite a bit of negatives too. And there's so much hatred and visceral response and arguments and people that just blah, blah, blah. And I'm a Libra, so I'm balance and harmony. I'm not, going in that direction with anything. So it's just crazy. So, I think you're making the right choice by just living and breathing and doing what you're doing and continuing to create. If there is a young person right now that is looking at KLEA and seeing everything we've been showing, and again, this is just scratching the surface, and considering going into this industry, what would you say to them? What's advice that you would give them?
I would say, first of all, why are you going into this industry? If it's a good reason, great. I would say in general, as a person, while you figure out if you want to be in this industry or have to be in it, or be curious. If something sparks your interest, read about it. Find out about it. It's so easy now to do research on Google. It's so easy, it's almost disappointingly easy. You'll find things, but keep digging, keep finding out things you want to learn about, because that will take you into being a real artist. Keep finding out how to do things, how other people do things. Listen and watch. If you're an actor, watch a lot of actors. Find out, wow, what does that one do that I really like? And then find out who they acted with, or find out who they studied with, or where they went to school, or what they're curious about. And make your world big. That's why I say read. If you don't read well, learn to read better. And read about people, about places, novels, stories, anything. But keep your mind curious. And when you're curious about something, find the answers. And then follow where it leads. And if it goes different places than acting, it might mean you're supposed to be the best audience member that ever was. And you can help a theater raise money, or maybe you're a costumer, or maybe it turns out you really love lighting. I could use a good lighting expert in here tonight. But that's what I would say. Stay curious, read, and while you're at it, learn to type. Because I notice everybody is in a big hurry, but half of them, when they sit down at the keyboard, they plong and they're like, wait, where was the X? Yeah. So learn to type. It'll save you lots of time and get you there faster. And then slow down. That's my best offer.
Beautifully said. And you hit it all on the mark. That's really what it's all about. And having those backup skills is really important. If KLEA wasn't doing what KLEA does, what would be that other thing KLEA would be doing?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
KLEA would be doing exactly what she does. She's in her basement right now. She would be reading. If KLEA didn't do what she did, she would be teaching somewhere and reading and having fun in a car, because she's always wanted one. It's the simple things. It's the small pleasures.
It's the small pleasures. It really is. Well, my friend, you were extraordinary to join us here, and
Thank you.
this was actually a lot of fun. The different location shots. You know, we brought people upstairs to the penthouse suite. We took them down to the laundry room. I mean, that's a full. We gave them the full experience. Oh, let's see that. Let's get a wide shot of that.
And then this is here. So just remember, it's cool to be kind, among many other things you'll find in my basement. But there's that.
I second that emotion. It really is cool to be kind and to be in that cool club. It's very cool. And you're definitely one of our lovedies, my friend. Really.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to see that you're doing well and you're hanging in and you're creating and you're still putting out the positive vibes. I realize it's not always the easiest. And you said a couple of things that I've heard other performers say, as far as not sure what's going to be happening, trying to stay positive, keep creating, keep connecting. And that's really, really important. And also the advice you gave as far as to somebody who might be considering going into this field of entertainment and more is the question that you posed right in the beginning, asking them, why do you really want to do this? And several other folks who've come on as guests on our series here have said that, because we're in a time now where people want to go in because they just want to be famous, not realizing there's a heck of a lot of work behind the scenes to make what you do, what I do, what we do look smooth and easy and always fun and always, great and all that. There's a heck of a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to pull that off. So I was on a TV shoot in Greece, actually, for a lifestyle travel series, and we had another person with us who was sort of coming on camera a little bit too. And the producers and I was the host, and the other person that was with us who actually introduced us to his family in Greece, and we spent the day spent a couple of days featuring them in this cool island off the coast of Greece. And we were saying, hey, why do you want to do this? And he's, why do you want to get into this world of being on TV and all this? He said, I just want to be famous. And we're like, wrong answer. Because if that's the only reason why you want to do it, and that's the only thing that you see is valuable about it, that could go quickly, right?
Yeah.
Not the reason to go in these industries is just to be famous.
No, not at all. No, no, that's not the reason to do anything. Just get in there and do your work. That's what's worth following. I don't even know what famous. What does that even mean? Money? People stop you on the street? Like, which part of it? Which part's the famous part? But you're right. There's a lot of work. So get to work and then see what happens.
And there's downsides to fame as well, as people have said, so think about that too. You got to really be able to handle all aspects of it all. And there's a lot of work behind the scenes to make everything look smooth. Marilyn says, thank you, Jim and Clea, so enjoyable.
Thank you.
Marianne mentions your mom was a performer as well.
Wow, absolutely.
Yeah.
Terrific.
And this evening has been a pleasure. Jennifer in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Why I love Jim and his show. Interesting, wonderful guests. Nice friendship, peaceful, relaxing, good, magical. Steen in North Carolina. Loved your words of wisdom. Makes sense. Thanks for sharing. It's cool to be kind. Renee Katz. You know Renee, right?
Love Renee.
Yeah. She's fabulous. She was on our show a couple of weeks ago. Great teacher, performer, host in person. Thank you, Clea. Kathleen, thanks for sharing with us. Great advice, Clea. Well said, Clea. Thank you for sharing that. That's Bernadette watching, Bernadette Vidal. And a few more here. Such an enjoyable show. Thank you very much. Cool stuff. So even with all the craziness of the technology, you and I, kiddo, we pulled it out.
We got it.
We pulled it out. We can't touch, but we can pretend.
Yay,
High five.
High five.
And Michael says, you're the broad that Broadway needs.
Thank you, Michael.
That's it.
That's the Algonquin kid, everybody. He knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely. You're a treasure. You're a treat. You're spectacular. I'm happy to call you a friend. I'm glad our paths have crossed in life. It really was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you so much for the invite. I love it.
And I hope the show met your expectations and you enjoyed your time with me,
Absolutely.
Clea, as much as I have with you.
I have. Thank you very much.
Good luck.
I hope we cross paths again soon.
Yes. And you're welcome back anytime. Anytime anything's going on, keep me posted.
Okay.
I wish you nothing but great health, happiness, and you keep smiling, all right?
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Are you going to do a load of laundry now while you're down there now, or?
Yeah, I got to get these out of the dryer, and then
One of the Kathleen in Queens, she's like dryer sheets or liquid fabric softener. She's gonna show you.
Yes, all of the above. Yes.
Now Kathleen in Queens can sleep. Hope to see you at Goodspeed one day. XOXO from Diane.
Thank you, Diane. So good to see you there.
You were the last person I hugged, Clea.
Wow, wow.
Well,
That is memorable. Thank you, Marianne. I'm gonna remember that. That's
I've received your hugs, and that will carry you through COVID and everything else.
Thank
So
you.
she's very lucky.
Thank you.
Beautiful evening. Thank you. You're welcome, Andrea Colby with Michael. It was a great show.
And thanks so much to Ralph and to Marianne for
Yeah.
digging up some of that stuff. Wow.
Absolutely,
Amazing.
absolutely. I try to create a warm, friendly, fun atmosphere here. That's what I do with the show, and that's what I do in my professional work. And I truly hope you enjoyed your time here, Clea. It was awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care of yourself.
You too, my friend.
Get some of that stuff off the walls. No, yeah. It's all. I'm going to make that Cool to Be Kind is going to be my new backdrop.
Cool to be kind, exactly. Along with relax.
Relax. Good.
See, those are the things we need during all this, right? It's cool to be
They
kind
are.
and to relax.
That's
Well,
it. You got it.
The gang said, I know you don't have that cup, so I will toast to you. Unless you toast with the liquid fabric softener, but oh, you got.
It's a throw out, but we'll
See, she knows. She knows. If there's props, she knows where they are. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Boom.
Thanks, everybody.
To your
Have a
health.
good night.
You
Take
too.
care.
Take care. Bye, Clea.
Thanks, Jim. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Love you. Bye-bye. Cool stuff. Fun evening. Crazy evening. And that sometimes makes it even more fun than if it was just the same old, right? And fortunately, we know how to run with things as they happen because I've been in many television studios, radio studios, on location and on stages where things go awry a little bit. So the key is to just keep it going and thread it together. So a little crazy with some of that technology there. And it was great. She thought quickly to run downstairs with a load of laundry live from the Blackhurst laundry room. And she's going to do a load of laundry while she's there. So why not? And she was able to hook things up. And she was upstairs and she was trying to get positioned. Before we went live, she was having some Wi-Fi issues and she was upgrading the computer. And, when you upgrade the computer, sometimes things don't gel perfectly. So this is probably one of the first big things that she did since upgrading her computer. So, hey, she and I, we pulled it out. I knew we would. Thank you, Mary. Beautiful evening. Great show. Thank you. And Andrea, we appreciate that as well. Good to see you. Hope you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of you watching on YouTube, we would love it as we build that channel with all of our episodes of the Jim Master Show Live. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much, Andrea and Michael. Christine in North Carolina. Clea, a fascinating and fun evening. You have such talent and passion for music and arts. Thanks for sharing so many stories, plus great photos, video clips, a beautiful time together. And she'll see this all in the archives as well, because this episode and all 22 weeks of our shows and our series so far, the Jim Masters Show Live, are available on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Stay well, stay safe, absolutely. Marianne is going to be heading to Clea's with her sheets. Yeah, if you have towels that need to be done, she could on the side, as she waits for things to reopen, start maybe like some sort of a laundry service or something. You got to do what you got to do, right? Feel safe coming back to Jim and the show. Jenna Zen, I appreciate that. It's beautiful to hear that you feel that way. I know you always do. We try to create a warm and fun and friendly and cool environment. You learn something every day. We have fun. You get educated or re-educated or whatever it is. The show is something for everybody. Thanks, Jim, for a great show. My pleasure, Diane, on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. Loved having you here. Hope you'll watch. We're back every day. We do this show. You are welcome, Kathleen. You got your answer. She's got the liquid fabric softener and the dryer sheets. Live from the Blackhurst laundry room. Like the backdrop, light lanterns instead of the brick. Yes, I do that. Sometimes I change it up with the, depending on the, I'm using my TV background. I change it up a little bit depending on the theme and the format. So if it's a little more entertainment, like music and theater and, that type of stuff, then we go sometimes with those lanterns. That's actually my own photo. Those light lanterns that you're talking about, those are my own photo. I think you're talking about these. That is actually a photo that I took when I was on a television shoot in Columbus, Ohio. And we were done with the shoot for the day in Columbus, Ohio, for a television news show I do out of New York. And we were invited to the Columbus, Ohio, the Columbus Museum of Art. And they had a fabulous opening there, show. And it was all chairs. It was all these incredible, funky designs of chairs from all these artists. And up above in the ceiling in the entrance, they had all those incredible lanterns. And they had them all over the outside. They had them all over certain rooms where the food was. And when you first walked in, at the Columbus Museum of Art in Columbus, Ohio, downtown. So I'm always visual and always taking photos. So I just pointed the camera up and snapped that shot. This shot here that you guys are liking that I used for a backdrop. That's looking up at the ceiling during that fabulous opening at the Columbus Museum of Art in Columbus, Ohio. And then I know you like sometimes that other background, which is the brick background. So we change everything up based on, the theme. I even change my look. I mean, I've always done that in this industry. I've always changed my look, my everything based on what the topic is, the theme. Sometimes the short hair without this, it's the nature of the business. Jennifer Barry says, liquid softener here when you do Ken's laundry. Ken's a lucky guy. Yes, from Marianne. Kathy says, very enjoyable tonight. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes, for those of you, thank you for another great show, Jim. My pleasure. You use dryer sheets, LOL. It's cool. We're really getting to know each other, huh? Our guests and ourselves. I just want to show you who's on tomorrow. Really, really a special announcement. Tomorrow, our show is at 1 p.m. A very, very special show at 1 p.m. live. This is the brilliant multi-instrumentalist, musician, singer, songwriter, John Magnuson. He is really fantastic, very popular in Europe. He's going to be live from Sweden. That's right. He's from the Stockholm area in Sweden. He's going to perform. We're going to chat, and he's going to be on the show. We're going to do a special Sunday show, not at our regular time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific nightly. Tomorrow's show, which is Sunday, special time, live, and it's going to be exclusively on the YouTube channel. So those of you watching right now on Twitch, Periscope, and on Facebook, note that tomorrow the show is going to be on the YouTube channel exclusively, which is www.youtube.com/Jim Masters TV. There it is. There's the YouTube channel. So if you're not on the YouTube channel now, you can go to that channel and just subscribe. There's no cost. I don't know why they call it subscribe, because there's no cost to it. Just click subscribe. That way there you can comment. I know lots of you love to comment on the YouTube channel. You love to comment on Facebook. So if you subscribe, you'll be able to comment and be a part of the action and comment about everything and say hello and all the wonderful things you guys love to do. So tomorrow, the show is on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Join us there on the Jim Masters TV channel, home to the Jim Masters Show Live, plus Masters Mantras and a whole host of other cool things we do on that channel. And again, John will be with us live from Sweden. Very special guest tomorrow, and so excited to have him joining us as well. Couple of other wonderful people. So he's here tomorrow. That's Sunday. Join us. Once again, we thank our very special guest and our dear friend, KLEA Blackhurst, actress, singer, comedienne, mermanologist. Isn't she a hoot and a holler? Absolutely. She's fabulous. And I was so excited that she was able to join us tonight on the show. And we'll have her back, of course. And again, as I mentioned, Casey joined us late in the game. We've known each other for a long time, and there we are at Birdland in New York City. This was during Merman's Apprentice, and there's our dear friend Reva Solomon, sort of sandwiched between us. Lots of levity on that shot, huh? And this was when she was performing at Yale University's theater department, and it was a special show, and We connected there again as well, and many other events. She's terrific. She's a lot of fun. She rolls with the punches, which is what I love about her. And certainly she had to do that tonight with her Wi-Fi. But she's getting a couple of loads of laundry in there, which is really cool. Thank you, Sir Ralph. We appreciate that. In Indiana and Juanita, South Africa. Great show once again. Thanks, Jim. Good night, everyone. And you too, Kathleen in New York City. Good night, Jim. Have a great night. Just want to tell you, I'm going to show a couple more of the comments before we wrap up. However, did I tell you that let's see, in a few weeks, in November, next month, Glenn Scarpelli, yes, my great friend Glenn Scarpelli. You remember him as Alex on CBS's One Day at a Time, the sitcom. He is going to be live here on our show coming in November. We're all excited. We were chatting with him. And we've been talking about this actually for probably since June. We wanted everything to time perfectly. So actor Glenn Scarpelli is going to be on our show. There he is today. He's going to be joining us on the Jim Master Show Live. Brilliant actor and so much more. He's going to be our special guest coming up on one of the days in November. We'll announce that real soon. Again, you remember him from CBS's One Day at a Time and many other performances and so much more. Another exciting announcement, Keith Harkin, brilliant Irish singer, songwriter, musician. He was with Celtic Thunder. He's going to be joining us as well in November, early December, very, very soon, in a matter of weeks. So Keith Harkin. I know a lot of you have watched the interviews I've done with Neil Byrne, Ryan Kelly, Colm Keegan, and Damien McGinty, and Mairead Nesbitt, and Chloe Agnew. They're all there for you on the Jim Masters TV channel. Keith I interviewed on public television numerous times in support of Celtic Thunder. He has a brilliant solo career as well and a wonderful family. Keith is going to be joining us, and many more announcements here. The extraordinary, legendary Phil Coulter is going to be joining us too. Phil Coulter is a prolific record producer. I would say he's pretty much Ireland's David Foster in so many ways, if not Europe's. He's a brilliant record producer and musician and songwriter. He's penned so many hits for so many people. This is really something very special and an honor that Phil Coulter is going to be a guest on our show, which is very, very cool. Really, really cool. And coming up, again, I mentioned tomorrow who our guest is, live at 1 p.m. Eastern, an afternoon episode of our show. But then on Tuesday, we've got a very special guest. We've got brilliant actress and singer and producer, Mary Ellen Ashley. She's another dear friend. She's going to be joining us as well, and she's all excited, and she's a real hoot. We're going to have a lot of fun with Mary Ellen Ashley. She's been in a lot of major productions, film, television, theater, you name it. And she's amazing. She's going to be with us on... She's going to be with us on Tuesday. She's here on Tuesday. Monday, Modal Didner is going to be with us. He is an extraordinary director and producer, performer, and so much more. He's with the Yiddish Theater, and I'm going to tell you, he is extraordinary, and he's going to be here on Monday. He's all excited. So he's here with us on Monday. Mary Ellen Ashley is with us on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, fabulous singer Maggie Perry is going to be here on the show as well. We're excited to have Maggie with us. She's going to be here. And also on Thursday, live and direct from Hollywood, Charlie Marie is going to be with us as well. She's a brilliant actress as well as screenwriter and producer. She's going to be live from California this Thursday. So a lot of people coming up, and that's just scratching the surface. We are booked with guests all throughout. And for those of you who weren't with us last night, just wanted to show you this cool photo with as we were honoring the passing of iconic singer and songwriter Helen Reddy, as well as Mac Davis, who died both at the same age, 78, on the same day just a couple of weeks ago. This is a photo when I was in college in New York. I was president of the debate club, and I worked for the radio station, and I worked for the school newspaper, and I was a feature reporter. And this is when I was interviewing Helen Reddy backstage. So that's me on the right, sort of looking like one of the Beatles in college, and Helen Reddy right there front and center. And Helen was a gem then, and is, always remained a gem. The wonderful Helen Reddy. That was really, really wonderful. I know a lot of you have asked for me to. I posted that on my Facebook pages, but a lot of you asked if I could show it on the show. So very happy to do that for you. Soon, Melissa Manchester. We're very excited about that. Brilliant performer, legendary. So many incredible hits. Don't Cry Out Loud, the theme to Ice Castles, and so much more. Renowned lyric tenor, Irish pop star, singer-songwriter George Hutton is coming. He's going to be on November 8th. November 8th, live from Ireland. I know so many of you are really excited about that. We appreciate that as well, that he's coming. And going to take a look at some comments here. And yes, Helen, I know, Helen Reddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Bernadette. Good night, Renee, as well, and Chloe Agnew, yes. Oh, by watching Chloe Agnew, that's what brought you to the show. Terrific. Fantastic. And that interview with Chloe, we had a good time. We've reached out, Sue, and we're trying to make contact. So I would suggest, Sue, because I know a lot of you have asked for Emmett, and I've interviewed him on public television. He's great. I would say just contact him and see if we can get him on. All the other guys have been on or are coming on. You guys are asking for Emmett, but reach out to him. We have, and see, maybe you guys will get him to come on the show. That would be fantastic. Good guy. My pleasure, Ann. My pleasure. Soraya, you're here as well. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yes, I'm very excited that Phil wants to hop on the show. Keith as well. I've known Keith for years, and he said, yeah, I want to pop on. So that's cool. Great stuff. Great stuff. I knew, Kathleen, you would love Glenn Scarpelli coming on the show. I was hoping you would have him on. Yep, he's coming. We've been talking about that, Glenn and I, since June. So that's really, really cool. And good night, Jim and everyone. Stay safe, stay well. Just wanted to let you know that your other friend is here. I know you guys saw all of the cast of characters, but you've been looking for Lin Lin. There's Lin Lin. It can actually lift its head and scratch under its head. A gift that came as one of several for the birthday. I received a box from the Netherlands. I received a box from Florida from some of you extraordinary viewers tied to the birthday. I thank you very much. I'll be opening those boxes over the weekend. One of them came from Willie in the Netherlands. One came from Anne in Florida. And so thank you very much. And I'm going to open it up, and then we'll maybe on tomorrow's show after our guest, I will show you what's in those boxes. Haven't opened them yet, so I appreciate that as well. So gang, if you missed an episode or you'd like to see this episode again, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel. Everything is right there for you, and we toast you. And again, we thank one more time. Don't forget to subscribe. We toast one more time our great, fabulous guest, KLEA Blackhurst. And I just want to pull up one of the other, so many cool shots, you know, over the years. And if you missed any of the conversation we had about any of these, or you didn't get a chance to see any of the incredible performances, the videos that we ran, multiple videos actually. I love this one here. That is so quintessential. Cool studio shots as well. I love studio shots. Friends, and of course Jerry Herman there as well, the legend, and Tyne Daly, and cool shots of our great guest, KLEA Blackhurst, doing her thing, and that one is quintessential as well. We do thank, with some of these photos that we have gathered here, we thank the wonderful Marianne Lapinto. She is always on the scene. We thank her very much for sending some of those our way. If you'd like to connect, KLEA, blackhurst.com as well. Again, our YouTube channel. Tomorrow's show is on YouTube exclusively at 1 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com, Jim Masters TV. And we thank all of you. And don't forget, there's a couple more things that we always do here on the show. We say, don't forget to smile. Put a smile on your face, and that will more than likely put smiles on other people's faces. Lovity, wherever you go. Share the lovity. Find your Zen place. Mine is always with loving family and friends. My career and work, cycling, tennis, the ocean, creative writing, music, all of the above. So find your Zen place as well. And as always, we say relax. Don't forget to relax, to breathe, love one another, take care of one another, and take care of yourself. Be good to yourself, not just during times like what we've been going through this year, every day of your life. You be well, you take care. And we always thank our wonderful friends at LMG as well, Hopkins Music Group, for their love and attention and care and friendship and support as well. We love them at LMG. And we thank all of you as well. Hope you enjoyed the show with all the fun and levity and craziness which happens, which makes it more exciting, right? It would be dull if it was just same old, same old. You are very welcome, Jennifer in Allentown, who's going to get ready to start dancing. She dances to our theme song. She's going to dance to the outro theme as well. Fantastic show tonight. Always great lineups. Jim, good night, Jim and Lovity family. Night, night, Lin, the panda. You got it. Thanks as well, Christine, sharing the links and doing everything that you're doing, telling everybody about our shows. And we encourage you to spread the word about our shows. Also, one other, we have got a couple of other amazing folks. I know you guys are asking about some of the Irish performers. That sounds good too. Roy Buckley, who is another incredible Irish performer, is going to be coming on our show too. We're very excited about that. Then we have another incredible singer and performer, producer coming from Argentina. Yeah, we have a worldwide audience of viewers and also a worldwide following as far as our guests, which I think is something really, really cool as well. And let's see, there was something else I think I wanted to show you guys. But so tomorrow we're on at 1 p.m. Eastern, so remind yourselves of that. That's exclusively going to be on YouTube, so make sure you check that out on YouTube. We'll be there. We have an early show, so there won't be a night show tomorrow. It'll just be an early show as well, and you're getting ready to dance. I think I've thought of everything. There was something else I'm going to show, but maybe I'll show it tomorrow. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Yes, Roy. So you guys know Roy. Yes. Singer, songwriter. He's coming on the show as well. Isn't that exciting? Live and direct from Ireland, too. That's going to be amazing. So tomorrow, live and direct from Sweden. And then upcoming shows all over the world. Oh, I know what I was going to show you, which several of you already know, and you've been active with it. If you have a suggestion for a great guest, they don't have to be a singer. They don't have to be a performer. They could be an author, a chef, somebody that does something, very special. Let's be health and wellness. We have guests from every category. So we're not pigeonholed into one category. We do everything on this show. It's a full service, full circle entertainment lifestyle talk show series, just like the traditional talk show series have always been. So one night it might be an author, then it could be somebody from television, somebody from music, somebody that is an expert gardener, or somebody that's a well-known chef, or whatever. Have suggestions for a great guest on the Jim Masters Show Live? Send guest inquiries to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's the email address for our show, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Thank you, and thank you. All right, gang, we're going to wrap up. And nice show tonight. A lot of fun on a Saturday night. And good stuff. Thanks for all the love and comments. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Those of you around the globe in Australia, New Zealand, elsewhere who are watching, starting your day, we hope you're having a great Sunday. That's it. Jim Masters, thank you for your time this time. Till next time, I think we've covered all bases. Everybody's good. You good back there, Lin? Lin's good. We're good. We toast to all of you. Thanks so very much for once again joining us on this new venture, the Jim Masters Show Live, balancing all of this craziness with my professional work and my family and friends and life in general. And we're loving doing it. It's a blast. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. But as long as you guys are here and spreading the word and we continue to grow, we grow together. We'll continue to be here for you every day. Love you all. Take care. All the lovities around the world. We will see you tomorrow. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Those of you in the UK and Ireland, Scotland, England, that'll be 6 p.m. your time, so it's going to be earlier for you guys. And those in Sweden and Norway, Switzerland and Germany and the Central European time, it'll be 7 p.m. your time tomorrow live, but 1 p.m. here. Good night, all. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being there, sticking with us. Soraya says good night, Jim and everyone. You take care. Jennifer, get ready to dance in your living room as the Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra. You guys are queued up, right? They're all queued up. So they're going to play the theme, play us out. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.